We're back. We're back for another Spoonbowl. This is 4.0 Richmond versus West Coast, Jesse's West Coast. Although this West Coast team is not really in the firing line as much as you have been in the past from a wooden spoon perspective, Jesse.
No, we're out of the race for the wooden spoon, you'd think, barring something crazy happening with the bottom two teams winning all of their games. So let's just
Going on a streak.
Yeah, I mean, it's mathematically possible. But today's about who gets pick one. And that will be determined by today, in my opinion. I don't reckon there's going to be any other results that sway it. But essentially, Richmond win, Essendon get the wooden spoon and pick one. And if West Coast win, Richmond are likely to hold that.
And you've been incredibly pessimistic about this game coming into it. Richmond do have the wood over you. They've won the last three, I want to say at least.
Yeah,
that's what AFL.com told me. I didn't do any further research on that.
I reckon that's right. It's three.
Three in a row. So why are they better than you? Like head to head, at least.
That's a good question. I did a bit of a stats rundown.
Yeah, Jesse.
Well, I obviously have the channel True Eagle, and I did a preview during the week. And if you look at mostly the last couple of occasions, what's interesting is West Coast have had more inside 50s and even like matched them at clearance, if not beaten them. But
so you've had field position.
Yeah, even though West Coast rank better as a turnover team in 2020, well, I think certainly this year, maybe not last year. Richmond butcher us on turnover when we play each other, which is this speaks to this weird sort of matchup. I think those smaller players, like a Seth Campbell, for instance, even I think a Tyler Sonzi had a day out last time these two sides met when we had when we were live here.
Oh my god,
we struggle with those.
You
types.
just can't stop him.
Yeah. Seth Campbell in
those
particular.
types,
those types. The Tyler
those
Sonzi
VFL types.
Yeah, yes, that's enough to beat us. What was also a big factor in both of the last two games was contested marks. Richmond battered us in the air. I seem to remember big games from Noah Bolter. I think he was probably BOG the last time we streamed this. Yep. And I want to say Tom Lynch was a factor. Jonty Fall also probably had his best game of the year.
Well, Jonty Fall's not in the team.
That's right.
Today.
Yeah.
So they're going to have Tom Lynch there. They are going to have Bolter.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Ben Miller comes back into the team as well. I'm just looking at the ins.
And Lawler's also in compared to last time.
Lawler's in. And they've also brought in a little wild card here in Samson Ryan. He could get to the West Coast Eagles. He is just the sort of player that is your Achilles heel, I would say.
Yeah, that's possibly true. I do understand he's a bit of a whipping boy for Richmond, so I'm not sure about that.
Richmond fans think I've been sort of like looking at the Reddits and the Twitters, those dark places in the internet. Richmond sort of think that with the inclusion of Samson Ryan and the non-exclusion of Hugo Ralphsmith, that they are trying to throw this game. They want to finish on the bottom, which is a massive discussion point in this game. And I think it's a question I have to ask you. Do Richmond want to win this game? Because there's the pick one conversation just outright, them getting the number one pick themselves. There's also the fact that they could leverage that pick one in a trade for Zach Butters, because I think the value on that pick one compared to the pick two, if Richmond would have finished pick two, people don't fully understand that even in the general AFL media, that has such a weight to the Dougie Cochrane bid, because it means that Port Adelaide can shift that down a few places and it makes the points that they need to cough up less. Thoughts?
Yeah, you're making me nervous about tipping Richmond with that point. So I went into this not really thinking that from a draft point of view, there was a huge need to get up to pick one when pick two this year might be as good. Depends on your view on Harry Van Hatten,
I think it's it does depend on your view for Harry Van Hatten. Yeah. I've always held the view that Richmond would be more likely to take a Van Hatten over, let's say, an Essendon. Yeah. And that's because of the base of drafting that they've done already up until this point. Like they've taken their Sam Lawler, they're coming. They've got Houghton in there for a little bit of speed, and then they got Grill last year as well for that extra kind of X factor and speed. Essendon are a little bit less developed in that rebuild, I think. Like they took last year Sharp, Roby and Farrow in the first round. None of those guys have particular speed. So that makes me think for them, they're going to have a bit more of a need for that to share a Butler type, whereas Richmond are definitely going to prioritise that ruck that they haven't really got in the team, and he could be generational.
Yeah, fair enough. So that kind of supports the idea that maybe it doesn't matter for Richmond if they don't get Zach Butters, whether they have pick one or two. Or at least that diminishes the need to tank, in my opinion, or the motivation to tank.
From a pure draft perspective.
Draft perspective. You make a good point around Butters. That being said, if Richmond are successful in getting Butters, he's going to get to Richmond. You know what I mean? Once Butters says yes to Richmond, it is a much better offer if you just offer pick one and the whole flow-on effect with Dougie Cochrane. You make a great point there. But if they have pick two, it's still probably going to be enough.
It's going to be, It's going to be enough, but do you think there's going to have to be maybe an extra sweetener that goes in there? And then all of a sudden, Richmond are then losing the highest pick in the draft. They're also losing the compo pick. And then maybe they have to give up something else as well. Whereas if it was pick 1, you still obviously lose that compo pick regardless. But you could definitely say that is enough to get the deal done. Like Porter not going to balk at that.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. I think if you put Adelaide, though, you could ask for a sweetener regardless of the one thing.
Really?
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
I mean, you could ask for it, but the reality is I don't think you're going to get much more than that for me personally. I think that's quite... You factor in the part where they're already going to get the best player in the draft, open pool, and they're going to get the best player in the draft, closed pool, and you're going to get your closed pool player for less of a price, which helps you with those future acquisitions of Pilot and Salopek in the future. So it does a lot for Port Adelaide.
It does do a lot for them. Yeah, you make a good point. That is compelling. I suppose at this point we don't know even if Richmond know whether Butters is going to go there. Like I don't think there's been necessarily an acceptance yet.
Well, no, absolutely not. It's the media does seem to be there. I feel there's a shift in the mainstream media at least that there's a plausibility that this could happen. Do you feel
to
that?
Richmond?
Yeah, the Butters to Richmond thing seems to be growing more and more legs. But then at the same time, they're adding in like extra clubs. Like Collingwood seems to be coming into the conversation more, where it was sort of at one point it was Western Bulldogs and Geelong, and now it seems like Richmond and Collingwood. I don't know if that supports the claim that it's more likely to be one of those other clubs outside of Geelong and Western Bulldogs or not.
So as someone who follows the trade period or trade rumours very meticulously at the moment, now we have the website truefooty.com.au. I'm pretty sure it's Geelong, Western Bulldogs and Richmond are the three. Collingwood is still considered an outside chance. And you do have to wonder how much of this is, I've heard a bit of a rumour and I'll put this out there for clicks.
Richmond, particularly when it's Collingwood, right?
Yeah. There was also, there was an article that said Butters going to Richmond would be the most likely outcome or something like along those lines, right? And you click on it, it's just Craig Hutchinson saying like he should go there for the money.
He should go there, and then he's made one of those like PowerPoints on how Richmond can get it done.
Exactly, yeah. So don't know what to believe there. Back to this game, I think you made a reasonable argument there that there is a better outcome there with respect to Zach Butters, maybe not the draft itself, but Zach Butters. If Richmond lose this game, the question then is how do they tank? Because if you were a coach here, let's say you're Adam Uze, well, you'd think his motivations at the moment, like he's kind of on thin ice to some extent, right? He'd need a win to some extent.
He's hurting.
Yeah, the players, like they're not going to be aligned with the tank. So how do they pull off a manufactured loss if we're really entertaining this idea?
Well, if you're going into conspiracy theory areas, the way that you do it is you bring in Samson Ryan and Hugo Ralph, or leave out Hugo Ralph Smith in the team.
Is that a needle mover?
Probably not.
No.
I'm sort of being facetious here. As Sam Lawler just came up on the screen before, and this is a perfect opportunity for me to plug the BENQ 705 STI. We are watching the game today on the BENQ. This thing is an absolute ripper. It's got the short drop for these small apartment situations. This wall in front of Jesse and I right now is about, I actually don't know the meterage, to be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be impressive.
2 meters, let's say.
Yeah.
Approximately. It's very small. It's a small room, and we are just getting a lovely image that you can see, I think, from this camera behind me. So go and check out the BENQ Projector in the description below. We've got links in there, affiliate links and whatnot as well. So it's a beautiful projector for those watch-along situations. I genuinely don't know. I think there's definitely motivation in this game for Richmond to lose, but I completely agree with you. I think the Uze factor and the pressure that's on him, he needs to have both a win today. He sort of needs to have a coaching win. He needs to have one of those where like he's the reason that they won.
I think this game, for both of these sides, more so Uze for sure, it is important for the mood of their respective clubs. Because Richmond have had a diabolical season. I know injury has played a large factor, but in terms of fan enjoyment, it's been rock bottom just about. And West Coast is probably one rung, or maybe a couple of rungs above that. They've been more competitive more often, you'd say. But at the same time, have gone without a win since we live streamed with Fiona like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So still probably craving a win. And if they don't win today, then how many losses in a row will that be by the end of the season?
I was going to say, I was looking at your recent form. And when you look at it from a pure wins and losses perspective, it's not good, is it?
No. Thank you, Dylan. That was it.
That was actually it.
No, but we there has been some pleasing elements to those games,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, we still haven't gotten the 4 points in some time. So I think to lose today with against Richmond, I don't know who the favourite is. I'd imagine it's pretty close.
It's West Coast.
It is. Last time I looked, it was slightly Richmond, so fair
You
enough.
guys are paying $1.75 on Sportsbet to $2.08.
Okay, that's a reasonable gap then. It was a while ago that I looked at it, to be fair. So favourites in this game, to lose this game and then lose their final 3 games would be GWS, Hawthorn, and it's escaping me who the other one is, but someone we're not going to beat.
Collingwood, yeah, okay. It's amazing the narrative shift that could happen here because, it has been around how much, West Coast are developing. They've got these young players. They've got an exciting coach. If Richmond were to knock you off today, I feel like that completely then flips back to they've got the momentum. They're it probably means that Sam Law's had a big game, maybe a Cumming or a Grills had a good game. And then you're having those conversations again, which is like, who's got the better young talent? Is it the Dersma, Harley Reid, or is it what Richmond have done over the last couple of years as well? Where do you sit on that?
Well, I think it shouldn't flip on today.
Of course not.
I was prepared for this question, and the truth is, Dylan, we just don't know with Richmond. Like, we have far less of a body of work over their young talent versus, outside of some really good signs from Taj Holt and Sam Lawler, Jonty Fall in patches as well. Sam Grills had a solid first season, but so many of these guys, even including some of the names I just mentioned, have spent so long on the sidelines that it's hard to actually arrive at any sort of conclusion as to whether their talent is better than West Coast's.
Yeah, I think with West Coast, we've got very good evidence so far because of their junior careers as well. I'm not just doing this based on their AFL careers, but Dersma and Reid are exceptional talents. And I don't think Richmond have quite the level of that talent. I don't think anyone does, to be honest.
Not two of them. Lawler's probably in that group.
Lawler's definitely close to that group.
Yeah.
But the Reid and Dersma 1-2 punch is incredible. And nobody in the AFL has that as a young talent combination at the moment. Richmond probably have a deeper talent pool. And it's just we don't have that full breadth of evidence, I suppose, on that, which is hard for them. But I still think that their recruiting has been very, very measured and it's been very deliberate and intentional, like the way that they've gone for different types of players, given the hands that they've had. So I like what they've done. I reckon we got because of the conversations around guys like Jagger Smith and Murphy Reid, I reckon the whole thing's blown up way too early, that those two are just better than everybody else. Everybody knew when those guys got drafted. Everyone knew that Jagger Smith was going to do this and come into the AFL and hit the ground running. There was no jeopardy around that. So it's not like we're learning anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we did a redraft during the week, which got some criticism.
It always does when Murphy Reid's involved, I feel.
What I will say, though, is 99, maybe 98% of the comments don't tell us why they disagree with us.
No.
They just say, Murphy Reid's better.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
Or Jagger Smith's better. And I would just love people to give feedback as to why, not today, we never said that Murphy Reid is better or is not as good as Sam Lawler today.
Today, no.
Right? No, we're not saying that. But in 7 years, you tell us why you think it will stay the same.
They actually brought up, I didn't take a screenshot of this, I didn't have time in the moment, but they brought up a screenshot of, obviously Murphy Reid could get his first All-Australian jacket in this second season, and they brought up other players who had done that. And the list wasn't overly great.
No?
The players who had been second-year All-Australians, there was a couple of guys out of the 5 that they named that didn't have great careers.
You got any names?
I can't remember, and I
good.
wish I had researched this better now. I'm going off on a tangent. Again, every time you do this, then you start to create this narrative that it makes you think Murphy Reid is not good.
Yeah.
I think Murphy Reid is great. I'd still draft Sam Lawler. There's absolutely no jeopardy around that. I would 100% draft Lawler over Reid.
Yeah. Yeah, I would too. We probably differed exactly where we ranked Murphy, but he's going to be in that top group anyway, right? We're not talking.
He's in the top. He's launched himself into the top group from pick 17 or whatever he was.
Yeah, which is a lot of ground to make up in just 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's impressed me. He's surprised me. He's done all of that.
Yeah.
But look at the number 4 for the Tigers there. Look at him.
He is going to be a danger man today. Wasn't playing the first time these two sides met earlier this year, where Richmond won anyway. Nor was Taranto, and I reckon a bunch of other players too.
Jesse, we haven't not got into the comments yet.
I was about to do that, but you go for it if you're about to.
We need to talk to our people. The playlist guy just says, "G'day, up the Eagles."
G'day. Samantha Jane says, get the win for Job. It's his birthday today.
Is it?
Yeah, Shanahan's.
Shanna hands. I like that. I like what you did there. He does have good hands.
He does.
New Haven says, I feel like CDT might have a big game.
Possibly. So he's coming off 4 goals in the waffle. Who would be the direct matchup for a CDT? Do you reckon here? I need to look at the lineups,
I
actually.
reckon from a Richmond perspective, like the only player that could sort of athletically go with CDT, like this is, they're probably not going to put a ton of work into him. He's a first-year ruckman. But it's probably Bolter. If you wanted like a good matchup for him. He's not as tall as him, but Bolter could go with him athletically.
I'm trying to find Bolter's name on the teams.
Is he not
definitely in? Because he was a test or something like that. I thought he might have been in doubt, but I don't actually see his name on the list here.
Oh, Bolter.
So maybe that's why Samson Ryan's in. Not that they're the same player, but Bolter played forward and kicked 3 goals and killed us in the ruck too. Kai Anand could be a shout.
He could be a shout.
So
Miller's back in.
Yeah, Miller, Broad and Anand would be the 3 there.
Miller will most likely play on like a Waterman type though, won't he?
Yeah, but isn't he much taller?
He is much taller.
Jake would probably kill him everywhere except like a marking contest.
Yeah.
Kai, he's taller, isn't he?
Kai's big and mobile.
You'd put him on Jake, much bigger threat, Jake, than Cooper.
Yep.
Right? So but would you put your first year mid-season draftee on your number 1 opponent? That's a tough one.
When you're a shit team, you'll do anything.
Well, maybe Kai goes to Job.
Kai to Job makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably a good matchup. And then, he's got Broad listed on Cooper Duff-Tuttle. I wouldn't pay any attention to that.
Nankervis against Bailey Williams. Confidence there that Williams could get a hold of a Nank.
In the centre only, yes.
Centre only.
Yeah.
Yep. Get smashed around the ground.
Probably.
Houghton going into the forward line. Lynch looks like he is with Bazzo. Harley Reid and Sam Lawler standing next to each other at the centre circle. That excites me. Anand is on Cooper Duff-Tyler.
Okay. Yep.
Standing side by
sense.
side. Williams to Reid. It is an area that Richmond, from a pure clearance perspective, Richmond are slightly better from a differential point of view.
Yep.
It's probably like largely that Taranto factor. He's such a good, just raw stoppage player.
The trend over the last couple of meetings, actually, I think West Coast have had the better of that number, or at least broken even.
Interesting.
But the story of Richmond's season, for at least like the last 6 weeks and probably the whole year, they're getting the ball out of the centre and had no supplies.
Yeah.
Tom Lynch actually has a free kick in front of goal here.
Right.
To start the game.
Here? What happened? That's Ross kicks it inside 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a hold from Rhett Bazzo, who's
Not a ton in it, but it was.
No.
He had the arm. Like as soon as they do the grab, it's curtains.
Bazzo's had a great 6-week period for the Eagles. Tom Lynch has had the yips in front of goal this year, and that looks bad off the boot. It is a behind. Predictions. We didn't offer any.
West Coast Eagles
By
several points.
several. Was that 3? Is it 7?
Leaves me open. I'll say 17.
I've tipped Richmond by 7 points.
Cool. Is that Selwood?
That is not. That's the wrong football team.
Not
Selwood plays for the Western Bulldogs. It's Herbert.
Herbert. Why did I get them? Is it the
There's
head?
some similarities.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to have a couple of Selwoods.
Why did I think Selwood? Mid-season draftee.
There's some overlap.
Cole.
Both sort of rugged defenders.
Yeah. I feel like Herbert. I wanted to say it again then. Do they look the same? Do they wear a headband?
Does Selwood wear a headband? He kind of has longer hair. He might wear a headband. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Geez, I don't know what I've done there.
Yeah.
Blake Roberts says, question for the chat. Which 2026 draftee will be the highest rated player on the ground? Dersma, CDT, Shanahan, Grill, Cumming, other. I'm going to go help with a technical issue while you...
Yeah, I might read it again. Dersma, CDT, Shanahan. So you've blended a couple of draft years there. Shanahan is 2024, and you wrote 2026. So I presume you mean last year's draft. I'll say Dersma will be the highest rated out of that group today. My score prediction was 97-90, Richmond's way. These games, when they meet, are usually free-flowing affairs. Skill level's not great, but it's open, generally. And they generally go goal for goal, too. Had something like 17 or 15 lead changes at this game last year at the MCG. And I reckon it was something pretty high at Optus Stadium earlier this year too. No headbands today, Geelong aren't playing. Monkey Man says Selwood does wear the headband. Thank you. Oh, Herbert with a check side into an open square. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. It is a behind and we're at 1-1. Pat Kaz doesn't want Butters. Sorry, Pat, you did say something about the preseason draft. That really never happens unless a player wants to screw over his club. It is pretty rare. What's happened here? West Coast have received a free kick and Jake Waterman has taken a mark inside 50. We saw it last year. Negotiations would have to break down to such a point that like there is no deal done. And then I suppose now I talk about it, it is kind of possible.
What are you talking about?
I am struggling. I'm talking about the preseason draft threat of Zach Butters here. And I said it's incredibly unlikely. And then as I was trying to explain why, I stammered over myself 15 times.
It just doesn't happen, does it?
Well, it happened last year with Archie. So what would happen here is it's very unlikely, but a contract or a trade negotiation could break down to such a point that Port Adelaide are like, nah, stuff here. And then Zach Butters has two options, re-sign with Port or walk to the mid-season draft. But it's not something the targeting club can really use as a threat. It's pretty unlikely.
I'll tell you why that won't happen with Butters. Because the capital will be too high.
Yeah.
For what? Like, no one's going to be offering second-round picks, right?
Yeah.
What was Archie offered? It was second or third round?
Yeah, something like that. Tyler Young inside 50. Here we go. Cooper Duff Tyler. I actually missed. Did Jake miss? I was wrapped up in that conversation.
I don't know what happened before this, but Cooper Duff Tyler, that elite speed. In the combine, Cooper Duff ran like a 2.9, 20 metre.
Wow.
That's electric.
Yeah, for a guy that tall.
Yeah.
He's probably grown a bit too now.
Yeah, he probably has.
I do see this guy as...
He's going to be so good.
An unconventional key forward, I think, and who rucks a bit. I'm not sure he's the number one ruck.
Yep.
But I see him as an unconventional key forward. And that's missed.
He's missed that.
God, poor start to the game, generally speaking, but I don't know why we expected anything different.
No. 0 goes 1 to 0 goals 3. Did we get anywhere with that?
They were all pretty gettable shots too.
They were very gettable
Except
shots.
for maybe Herbert's. That was a...
Did we get anywhere on the who we think is going to have the best game today?
I said Dersma, but he sort of mixed a couple of draft classes there. But out of the players there, I'll say Dersma.
Shanahan, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because he actually has said which 2026 draft.
Yeah, there's a bit going on there. I knew what he meant.
Yeah. I'm gonna. It's hard to say Cumming just because I feel like he's still kind of nursing a bit of that injury. Is Cumming playing?
Did you say he'd be the highest rated as a result?
Cumming's definitely playing, right?
Yeah, he's on the bench.
Yeah.
On the listed team anyway.
Highest rated today.
Yeah, but you're saying because he's injured?
Well, yeah, because he's carrying something.
So he'd be the best player because he's carrying something?
No, the opposite to that. He'd be the not. I was going to say him, and then I went. Then I hesitated.
I misunderstood. Sorry. Yeah.
Who do I think in this game? How is this game going to be played? I think Grill could have a really good game given that transition will be important.
True.
In this game.
Hoff struggles
Dersma.
too. He does well.
Probably Dersma.
I went Dersma out of that group. Yeah.
Boring answer, but
yeah,
sometimes you got to be right. Yeah, really poor quality so far. Herbert getting a bit of run off the back half. Poor kick though.
Richmond struggling to get their hands on the footy at the moment and get it past halfway as
good mark.
Rhett Bazzo takes a towering mark. He's looked imperious in recent weeks.
I was going to say, talk to me about Rhett Bazzo because a dearth of key defenders at the West Coast Eagles, I feel like that's been your Achilles heel I've said Achilles heel at least twice in this stream.
Have you? I didn't notice. You've got to go over that.
Which is too many times.
Entirely too many times.
It's been a problem area for you, those key position defenders. And then seemingly out of nowhere, after the loss of a Harry Edwards, Bazzo's kind of grown into a player. Do you think he could be genuinely like a top level key position defender, or like what do you think his level is?
I'm cautiously optimistic. I think he's certainly going to certainly has the potential to be a good key position defender. Whether or not like all Australian caliber, I'm not going to go that far as of yet. But his run sheet, if that's the right word, his record in the last 6 weeks is pretty good in terms of like he kept Tracy to 1 goal last week, kept Morris to 1 goal the week before, and then I forget the ones that came before that. But he had a really good run of shutting down opposition dangerous forwards. As something is happening here with Starcevic, is he got one in the nuts. Is
He
it
just
something worse?
cannot catch a break since he's been at West Coast.
Yeah, it's true.
It's crazy. Yeah, okay. So like he's done some jobs. I mean, he feels fairly like no nonsense.
Yeah, his spoiling is good. His intercepting solid. Now you can see a future where Jinby comes back and Bazzo and he can form a dynamic duo, and then maybe Harry Edwards would be a bit of a bonus on top of that.
Yep. I agree with that. I'm just having a look at some of the statistics so far.
Which team during their rebuilds has had the worst skill level, says Plasma? Richmond, North or West Coast? It's hard to go past West
During
Coast.
each rebuild?
Yeah, not season 2026.
They're all... I mean, I know sometimes like every time there's a new shitty rebuild team, the media, like you'll hear on one of those like, oh, Houghton. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful Taj Houghton.
Katy Perry.
That's what he can
Eat
do.
your heart out, hot and cold. The joke was...
That's not a thing.
There was it was working in my head and it didn't come out right, much like this sentence.
Oh, that is absolutely not a thing. Well, I was actually saying something before Houghton danced. Look at the dance. Wait. There we go. Little candy to a baby and into a Lafau.
Lafau lining up for the first goal of the day. I have entirely forgotten what you were just saying before that.
I felt it was
You're looking at
important.
statistics? Oh, skills of a rebuild team. Lafau's kick is poor.
So every time there is a new, like, monumentally shit team. So it's been North Melbourne, of course, then into West Coast, and then sort of Richmond, rock bottom and Essendon heading there, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're at. I feel like with each of those teams, everyone says, is this the worst team we've ever seen? And then someone goes, yes. Yes, it is the worst team.
But is that wrong, though? Well, I just think if you look... maybe we're just approaching a time where there's more disparity in the league than ever before, and the win-loss ratios would tell you that.
I suppose where I'm going with it, not that the media is wrong or that conversation is wrong, but who cares? Like, it's kind of a like.
It's not a tag you want.
It's a stupid conversation, though, isn't it? There's like it's completely non-provable.
Yeah,
you can't say whether someone's
true.
like I don't know. It
is hard to verify. Yeah,
which one's the worst? I don't know. North were pretty fucking bad. Like I had to watch some of that shit. West Coast horrendous.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like maybe, but also I think like teams that are rebuilding, they always go for that contest first game style to some degree, which makes them have shitty skills. It makes the game terrible to watch.
Absolutely.
Like this is going to be horrendous today. For anyone watching along at home, don't.
Well, I mean, yes, so far it is trending that way. But the last few times West Coast and Richmond have played, it has been poor skills, yes, but it's been open footy. And like by comparison, they've been better games than Eagles and North.
That's true.
Like those are a little bit harder. Those were at least close, but I didn't feel like there was as much decent footy played.
As Sam Grill horrendously turns the ball over in midfield and Dersma pounces on it. He could be the best player today. He goes inside and his kick is
shank,
awful.
But it doesn't matter. Low risk. And the kick is over the top of Marek and it finds Elliot Yeo. Elliot Yeo needs a big performance.
I would say early days, you guys are looking strong. I go to the statistics. Inside 50, 6-2 currently. Disposal efficiency is relatively high in this game, around 76% so far. But I feel like the ball's mostly been in contest.
Yeah, I don't think I trust that number as being reflective of the game so far. It's been pretty hot as well, like hot footy. It hasn't been a lot of open footy, as you just said.
Yes.
It's been contest focused. Elliot Yeo's kick is poor.
Ugh. How much longer does Elliot Yeo go on like this, Jesse?
I think he's a couple of weeks overdue, to be honest. Like he should have gone from the team.
Okay. I was kind of more thinking long
retirement.
Like, yeah.
So he's contracted for one more. My impression of Yoey is that if he feels like he's struggling and he can't come back, he will retire.
You think he'll make the right decision on his own?
I think he is such a competitive guy that he would sense the end before he was tapped on the shoulder, in my opinion. I'm not saying he's there yet.
Could that not go psychologically, could that not go the other way though, where you're so competitive that you don't want it to end like this?
You might be right. I've heard of like other athletes who are probably of that similar sort of bullish mentality that they hate the realization. Oh, Lawler, nearly. They find they get to the heartbreaking realization that the body's not up to it anymore. And then they don't want to go out in disgrace. Now, there's probably a few exceptions. I remember Ricky Ponting probably hung on too long.
It's hard with cricket though, isn't it? Because it's not so much around the physical capabilities.
Yeah, you're right. McCarthy with a nice kick inboard. I would have dropped Yeo by now. And it may be the case that it takes getting dropped. But if he gets an honest conversation saying you start in the waffle next year, my impression is a good chance he would say no, thank you, and he'd retire you early. But I don't know, Yeo. I'm speculating from the outside.
Well, I like this matchup here. We've got Lukey Trainer on Job Shanahan.
Interesting.
That is a nice matchup.
Cooper.
That was a good contest. Sonsi.
Herbert's been everywhere today.
He has.
He had 36 last week.
He's a little chode, isn't he? Herbert, like he's real muscly and
he's very chiseled.
He is very chiseled. Samson Ryan wins the hit out. Richmond just surging the ball forward.
Imagine he wins the game for Richmond.
I think that's Ralph Smith.
Wow.
Ralph Smith, the guy that should have been dropped, has just kicked a miraculous goal from outside 50 or just inside.
I'm so confused. I thought you said Ralph Smith was out for Samson Ryan.
No. Ralph Smith was one that Richmond fans wanted to go. They wanted him to be dropped for poor performance.
Yeah.
And he stayed in the team. So it was Ryan in and also
Ralph Smith
not out.
Okay, I thought you said that was the swap.
Yeah, confusing how I kind of
Okay, I'm with you.
put that. But
Well,
I
they
knew what
should
I
have
meant.
dropped him.
Look at
If they're
this.
tanking, that's a great goal. And dare I say, the game needed it.
The game needed
did need a
the
goal.
game needed some Hugo Ralph Smith quality. It was a little surge forward, and he just got forward of the contest and like a good winger.
Brandon has asked my thoughts on Sandy Brock. I think Sandy Brock is an oversized halfback flanker.
I hate that when you've got a key like that.
Yeah. And I think that, he's not a bad footballer. Like, he'd probably go to the state leagues and tear it up. I don't think there's a big future at AFL level, especially if we're shoehorning him into a key position role that I don't think he's quite ready for. That's a big push in the back. Richmond will line up for their second goal. I think he's pretty much in the side as a break glass in case of emergency. And we've kind of, with Harry Edwards and Ruben Jimby out, we're at that point.
That's about as harsh as you can. Richmond kicked their second goal.
Who's that? Jaden Short.
So was it Presti who
By
got
name
the...
and by nature.
Yeah. Presti got the free kick against Dersma.
Yeah, sort of looked away, but I might have been a handball received there.
Dersma was late to the tackle, pushed him in the back, and I think there was just a little give. Richmond get their second goal, and it's not looking good for the Eagles.
So smug. I like how I get teased for being pessimistic, and then you double down when my team actually loses.
I can't help myself.
It is only early though. Up until the last two goals, I would have said West Coast was clearly on top.
You were. I think I did specifically say that. I was like, you guys are on top. You had more inside 50s, more field position. It does look just in the last couple of minutes, though, the clearance battle has perhaps turned a little bit. Taranto got that last one, surged it out, although Kelly. TK on the left.
BENQ TK 705 STI.
Projector. Here you guys go, though. Waterman.
And that is going to bounce through for...
Is that a goal?
It would have been a goal. I reckon he got to that.
The goal umpire, I think, thinks this is a goal.
He's giving every indication he thinks it's a goal. That, from the angle, looked like it was before the line.
We're going to go to the camera. My experience with
That'd be one of the worst goals of the year.
No, he's got it.
Yeah, that's touched.
Oh, no, his soft call was behind.
Yeah, okay. It looked clearly touched from the angle.
Well done by everybody involved. I thought it had to have been touched previously. Yeah, you played a big part in that, Jesse. Well done. 96 in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. We've got a lot of Eagle supporters, a couple of Tigers. Pat Kaz says, any danger of a goal? Well, we've got two now.
He might have said that before the two goals kicked back to back.
You might be talking about West Coast specifically.
We have Lorca. I think Pat Kaz is Richmond.
Oh.
Lorca says, I have to thank you immensely from the other side of the map for introducing me to this great game and helping me get immersed in it. Without True Footy, I never would have discovered this universe.
Really?
That's so nice.
That is so nice from Lorca.
I still need to choose a team to follow. Well, you've got two on display right here that, safe bet to bring you a lot of joy.
Yeah.
Tell us where you're from, Lorca, and how you found us. Was it just YouTube recommended?
And how have you been unlucky enough to find us today for this abomination of a football match?
Hey,
Just kidding.
Spoonbowl.
Just kidding.
This is a celebrated time for the True Footy
I
channel.
love how I come to this from a point of like
Arrogance?
Yeah, superiority as a North Melbourne fan. We
Mind
are,
you, you guys were good yesterday.
I mean, we're very, very slightly ahead of West Coast, I would say. Oh, Reed with a little step. I'm a sucker for a step, Jesse. He goes long inside 50. No mark taken. Oh, he's gone looking for the contact.
A little bit.
Well umpired.
It'd be so funny if West Coast go real deep with Collingwood and nearly beat them in the Pendlebury record-breaking game at the MCG and then get rolled by Richmond today. Wouldn't that just be hilarious to everyone except me?
It does feel like it's slightly written in the stars. I know I tipped West Coast, but I'm starting to...
You can just predict these Richmond West Coast games. But it is only early, as Jake Waterman takes a great mark.
Great mark.
It is only early.
It's very, very early. I will say, though, you know, these games when they happen, like we said, you know, West Coast have been like pushing for that win, pushing, fatiguing in some sense. They come to this game, they have to travel to the MCG. Richmond will be up for this game. They'll sense a potential kill. And I think all of that energy that West Coast have been expending to get to this point could come back to haunt them a little bit.
It could be. It sort of fell apart in the Derby last week. On the other hand, it is also a 9-day break. I think you're absolutely right about... I think Richmond grow a leg when they play us because we are an easy kill and they can actually win.
Every bottom team does that.
Yeah.
Like they step up when they're playing other teams that they sense they could beat.
Except we don't do that.
Yeah, North don't do it either.
We play our best footy against the top 4 and we lose by 5 goals and people are like, wow, that wasn't bad. And then we don't win the other games.
Yeah, that's true.
Lorca says, Buenos Aires for a little over a year now. I think it started with a YouTube recommendation, some AFL highlight that led me to your channel. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Buenos
Aires. North Melbourne are the closest in colour to Argentina.
Yes, from a flag perspective. Yeah, they are. The vertical stripes.
Yeah. I thought you meant premiership flag. Yeah. We also lost the World Cup final equivalent. That's amazing. Thank you, Lorca.
CDT to Murdoch.
Speaking of cities around the world.
Oh, gee.
Jake nearly does.
So that's Miller on Waterman.
Yeah.
I think the previous contest he might have had Trainer.
Okay. Because you said Trainer was on Joe before.
He was. They're getting a little bit slippery.
Like
eels. It's a very eel-like setup at the moment. Fluid.
West Coast eel gills.
Oh, Cooper handballs into just a dangerous area. Presty is in there. The meatball, hot and laser tackle on Yo. And it's a free kick to the meatball. I don't know what that was for.
Legacy says, who are you guys rooting for? I'm a West Coast Eagles fan.
So Richmond?
Yeah. and Dylan here is a North fan. Have you picked a team in this game that you're whipping home? I think there's a part of you that likes when West Coast lose on stream.
It's content, baby.
Yeah.
Lawler. You're a beautiful, beautiful man. I must admit, I have a soft spot. I think it's because I heavily followed the 2024 draft, the first kind of big one for me. So there's a lot of players from that draft in this Richmond team. I think that's maybe slightly a part of it. So I'm following a couple of those guys home. Yeah. I love Sammy Lawler. I love Taj Houghton.
Not a fan of Bo Allen or Job Shanahan, clearly.
Love those boys too. Yeah, it's a fair point. I don't know. I guess Richmond overall have a lot of young draftees. Even, Sammy Grill, Sam Cumming from the 2025 draft as well.
Well, the 24 draft is the one that you sort of started with in terms of your content journey.
Yeah, exactly.
Herbert flies early. Bazzo, can he mop up? We have 6 minutes remaining. It is... What is Bazzo doing? There we go. Oh, dear.
No.
That was poor from everyone involved, and it's a stoppage. We have a super chat, Dylan.
Oh.
Smitster, thank you so much, says, I started a ruckus on True Footy IG by saying second-year players shouldn't be eligible for the Rising Star regardless of injury.
I did see this.
What are your thoughts? Thank you for the super chat.
It's tough, isn't it? There is a part of me that does agree with this. I don't know what the explicit cut, because in fairness, like all young players, there has to be a cut-off at some point ultimately. Like you've got players that come into the AFL that are born in December, are key position players. A key position player is not going to get the same opportunity as a midfielder. So that inherently already is unfair, is what I'm sort of saying here.
Agreed.
So they have to come up with some sort of a cutoff point as far as games and age and that sort of thing. So I think where it sits at the moment is okay. But
What a mark from Tom Brown.
wow,
Looking the wrong direction, but pulled it down.
they've not paid it.
They have.
What's happened?
Yeah. It was a mark. Tom Brown marked it.
Oh, West Coast don't feel like they've reacted to that.
As in, they kept running forward? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
right.
I felt.
Well, that was clear as day a Tom Brown mark. So that's
What
on
have they
West
done
Coast.
there? I want to see what's
Did
going.
they think it was a Milan mark?
I think they did.
It wasn't even close. If you watch the replay, Tom Brown all day of the week. All day of the week, as it were. My ability to express myself is
Minnie's
struggling today.
angry.
Watch this. This has nothing to do with Milan Murdoch.
So he's gone the block and it's just touched his hand.
He's
It's
marked
a
it.
mark. It's an absolute mark.
Yeah.
So the only thing you could argue is front on contact.
Did he make it?
I don't think he did, but
He marked the
they do
ball.
pay those a lot now, in fairness.
Yeah. If West Coast kept running there because they thought that was a Milan ball, that's absurd.
Hoff on Sam Lawler was way too Lawler conscious there. Like, watch this. I think this is the kick. Lawler goes to ground and Hoff just followed Lawler. And he could have actually cut that ball off. Yeah, it's a weird one, that one.
Richmond
no
threatening
covers.
to break open the game here if they get another goal here. Maybe not break open, but like it feels like a big lead in what was a
that's
low
a free
scoring
kick.
game.
That has to be a free kick.
Well, Tyler Young, remember he had a bit of a dirty day last time these two sides met.
Oh, that's right. Ex-teammate.
He's been better lately, but Sam Lawler's a weird matchup for him.
Have you ever seen a young draftee come in like Sam Lawler and just look like the man as much as him?
Yeah, Harley.
Yeah, true. But other than Harley, he feels like someone that you
Probably
could
not.
build a team around.
Yeah,
Do you agree with that?
yeah.
And maybe,
absolutely.
when we're having that conversation around, Murphy Reeds and Jagger Smiths, they're great players in their own right. But I feel like there's something about this guy because he can do that.
You're so neutral. He just kicked a pretty decent set shot without being outstanding.
He is a beautiful kick of the football, though,
Yeah.
you would have to say.
Yeah. Can I get some donuts with that glaze?
Excuse me.
It was good stuff. Someone asked, who do you think is the better team at the moment? Well, it has oscillated a little bit, but over the course of it, clearly Richmond at the moment.
Rogie makes a good point. Yeah, I completely agree with you. Rogie says Dacos, another one. I do agree with you. I suppose what I mean by the man, though, like when Dacos came in, he was coming into a team that was actually quite good. I mean,
Yes,
I know they'd
true.
finished, I think they'd finished 15th or 17th.
Yeah, 17th.
But they were better than that.
Yeah, we know that in hindsight. At the time, they were slaughtered left and right.
He came in and he played half back
Yeah.
and he was really, really good. There's something
He's
about,
become the man.
he's
No
become
doubt
the
about
man.
that. Yeah.
There's something about Lawler from a young age that feels team building. to
Yeah,
me.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say. Dyson Sharp,
Dyson
our producer,
Sharp.
says, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, he's not as good a quality as Sam Lawler.
No.
The quality's not there, but as far as from a leader,
From the aura.
The
A little
aura,
bit.
yeah.
The leadership aura. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd say Harley and Lawler probably the two biggest examples.
yeah.
We did sort of get distracted from that Rising Star eligibility super chat.
We did. What was I saying?
You said that it's sort of, the bits that I got were the, if you keep position, you're disadvantaged inherently if you only make it first year players.
Yeah. Yeah. So I suppose it kind of does make you think with this year's award, like what Harry Dean is doing is quite incredible.
Absolutely.
I reckon he's probably one. He might go down for me as like the worst call because I didn't rate him. I thought it was wild that they were taking him at pick 3 when the bid came.
Yeah. I thought it was weird that we bet on him that early.
And that feels so correct now.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Yeah, like Harry Dean over Cooper Duff Titleist was a bit of a curveball for
Yeah,
most people,
it
right,
was.
at the time. But it's too early to even bring Cooper into this conversation because it's his first year. But Harry Dean looks like an absolute role gold key defender.
So he's a first-year player, a genuine first-year player playing
Yes.
a key position defensive role. Now, Jagger Smith, in fairness to him, did a knee. So what he's doing is quite special as well, but he's also older. And
Yeah.
he was one of those guys too that even in his draft year, he'd already finished school. And I know that's got nothing to do with how old you are and physically developed, but he was actually like he even talked about it in interviews. Like he was going to the gym every day, had a personal trainer. He was like completely working on his football in his top age year of football. There is a benefit in that.
Absolutely.
In then coming into the AFL. He then does a knee and then has to recover from that, which is huge. But I'd say there's an argument that what Harry Dean is doing at the moment is superior to what Jagger Smith is doing.
Absolutely. But I just don't know, though, if the answer is make Jagger ineligible. I just think the judgment comes down to what people think. And I think inherently there is a...
unfairness.
But I also think the judgments factor in whether a player's second or third year. Like you have to be doing a fair bit better to beat out a first year, I reckon.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the classic examples, classic, I say for Eagles fans, 2011, Heppel won it over Shuey.
This isn't going to be a classic example.
Yeah, the one that everyone recalls. Heppel won it over Shuey, which I think on performance, in my opinion, was questionable. But Shuey was a third-year player that didn't play for 2 years due to injury. Right. And I believe that Heppel being a genuine first-year player was probably the deciding element of it. So there is some precedence for factoring in how experienced or how old a player is. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, it's a good take. That's a good take.
I like it how it is, though.
I suppose, yeah, it's probably fine.
I think it is how it is fine.
Not that I think that your take... I don't think your take is shit, Smitzer, for the fact that you have that view.
I don't know if Jagger really has a huge advantage over a Willem in terms of winning the Rising Star because of that ACL. Oh, what's happened there? Richmond get a...
What on earth was that from Banks? He's actually bleeding.
Wow, yeah, he's bleeding. What's happened here? Marrick's got him with an elbow. It looked pretty accidental.
Yeah, it was accidental, but it's a free kick, isn't it?
Has it been paid? I don't think so.
Nah. I think the umpires just missed it.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think Marrick intended to do that.
No, he didn't at all.
Pretty rough.
If there was a VAR, though, that would certainly be a pen.
A red card and pen.
He's actually bleeding a lot.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Someone did ask before about our thoughts on Jagger Smith and whether we would now consider him an A grader. We actually graded him an A grader. Yeah. We just didn't put him in the top echelon.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think we ever said he wouldn't be an A grade midfielder.
The top category was that draft was an incredible draft. I think like everyone's got to remember that. Just because Sam Lawler's been injured for a lot of games doesn't make him completely ineligible for that. He's still shown a lot since he's been in the AFL. So I reckon you can almost do a cut-off at this point. And I know there's probably people saying, well, what about West Coast? A nice little passage of play there. That is Williams.
Yeah, Jack Williams.
Draper and Smiley are the kind of outliers here. I feel like we sort of have to exclude them from the conversation. Is that fair?
From what conversation?
The 2024 draft, just that top group.
Oh, yeah.
As it currently stands, just because of their complete lack of exposure so far. Lawler's a different case, though. He's been injured a lot, but he's shown a lot as well.
He's shown enough to have the faith.
Yep. Nice goal. Faded late, but it is a goal. West Coast on the board. We have a good game, Jesse. The group is, for me, Sam Lawler, Jagger Smith, Finn O'Sullivan,
Harvey Langford
and Murphy Reid.
Yeah.
That's the top group.
Yeah.
So if you've got one of those 5 players, you're sweet.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it.
How big is the gap to, say, I'm trying to remember who we had in the next group.
You've also got to remember that when you talk about, and people forget this conversation as well, when you talk about the top group of a draft, they're supposed to be, or typically those players are going to a bottom feeder team. So the fact that they can be a leader, they can be the guy, and they can go into and play positions that are really difficult to play, like Lawler playing a lot of centre bounce midfield, a lot of deep forward, those types of positions. I know it feels like a reductive conversation about Murphy Reid, but he does get to be...
What a grab.
It's a great mark
from
trainer. Yeah, he can do that.
He is, yeah.
It feels like a reductive conversation just to say that, like, oh yeah, what Murphy Reid is doing, you take away from it because he's doing it. But he has gone into a team where he can play this really, really unaccountable role. He just I was watching him play the other night, and he's just drifting into space constantly, just getting into dangerous areas and then just using the ball. Like it's a pretty easygoing role.
Yeah. I do agree.
He's doing it bloody well though.
Yeah, I mean. Very few players have his talent of decision making,
execution,
both by hand and foot. It's ludicrous.
Yep.
He's a freak.
Yeah, I think the kicking's a big surprise because I don't think he's not as far as like from a technical point of view, I don't think he's like that good a kick, if that makes sense. He makes such good decisions.
He weights them well.
weights the kick so well.
He might not hit 50 meter pass like at that velocity.
You know when Dacos comes out, he can hit that absolute low bullet.
Yeah.
Reed's not going to do that. He's just going to put this little like dolly.
Yeah, but sometimes Murphy, when you watch him, there'll be congestion and he'll put this dollopy kick and you're like, where's this going to? And then you're like, oh, of course, there's a Fremantle player in an acre of space. How the hell did he do that?
Yeah.
That's true.
So true.
Quarter time at the MCG. Richmond hold a 10-point lead, which is justifiable.
Are you worried?
No, I tipped against us. I'm not.
Yeah, true.
I'm not.
You win either way.
Yeah, this game has gone exactly how I expected it.
It's called insurance. You bet against your team and you can't lose. Some people say.
I also support a team that loses every week.
So you also can't win.
We literally
life.
cannot win. Yeah. I have probably tipped us to win and been more incorrect than the other way around.
Yeah.
Or at least it's probably broken even.
Let's
actually
explore this a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up some West Coast Eagles games.
I tipped us to beat. I reckon I tipped West Coast to beat North. Did I? This might be a shit analysis because I can't remember who I tipped now.
Yeah.
I tipped us to beat Richmond. I actually can't even verify that.
Let's have a look.
Maybe let's not spend too long on that.
I reckon you
now
tipped
I'm
Gold
doubting
Coast
myself.
in round 1.
I think you're right.
I reckon round 2 you tipped North
Yeah, I would have done.
and you won.
That's true.
No, sorry. Wait, no, round 2.
Yeah. No, you got that right.
Yes.
Yeah, they're right.
Yep, so you got that one wrong. Port Adelaide, you would have tipped.
I would have tipped against us for sure.
Yeah. And you won that game.
Yeah, maybe my theory is breaking down.
2 in a row there. I assume you tipped Sydney.
No, I tipped West Coast in the thriller actually.
128. 128. Geelong, you would have tipped Geelong. Freo, you definitely would have tipped Freo. St Kilda, I reckon I would have said
No way.
banana skin for St Kilda, and you would have said no way.
Yeah,
They
I
won
didn't
that-
think. I don't know what I said. I think I was maybe hopeful we could challenge them.
And they
But we
won.
had lost to Sydney by 130 points not long before that.
No, that's true.
So I don't know how confident I would have been.
101 they got you by. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, demolition.
Then the Richmond game. So I can't remember what you tipped then against Richmond.
I actually can't either. I feel like I would have tipped Richmond. But I can't actually lock that in. Sometimes what I do loyalty tips.
But so far, we'd be at round 8 and you wouldn't have tipped West Coast yet,
Yeah.
based on what
I
you're
reckon
saying.
that's right.
Is that correct?
I feels right, but I can't actually remember.
It feels right because normally I tip against them. D's, you would have tipped the D's. Giants, you would have tipped the Giants. And you actually won that game.
Yeah. I think everyone would have tipped the Giants.
Collingwood, I reckon you would have said that you're a chance in that Pendlebury game.
No.
Okay.
We did better than I expected.
Did you tip
I did tip West Coast against Essendon, yeah.
And you won that game.
Yeah.
Well done. Port Adelaide ×2.
No, I tipped against it again. Yeah.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Pessimist.
I was right.
Yeah, you were.
Okay.
North and West Coast.
I can check.
I think you tipped. We've got evidence.
Yeah, I
Guys,
can
Jesse's
check.
got real hard evidence here.
I tipped North and you won.
Well done. Can you bring up just the West Coast games?
I don't know if I can filter it that easily.
Okay.
I have to go round by round.
Did you give yourself a chance against the Blues?
No, because I posted an Instagram graphic that week about how the Blues kill us more than every other team except
that's right.
Sydney, so I knew we were going to lose that.
Crom, you wouldn't have tipped West Coast.
No, but somebody in the chat says I did, and I'll verify that because I don't reckon that's
Against
right.
who?
Against Adelaide. I reckons I tipped us. No, I didn't.
I
tip us.
reckon you said I think that week. I remember that week, and I think you
Yeah.
went weirdly, and because I remember saying like they're a
Yeah.
kind of team that smash you.
Yeah.
I've got these recollections of Tex Walker winning the Coleman Medal, playing West Coast in the last round, etc.
Yeah.
I don't reckon you actually tipped them though. That's a
No,
different-
you are right. I did talk us up as a chance, but that was a pretty good prediction because we played well except for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, lost by 25, which is a good result for you guys.
We had a chance to really get back into the game in the last quarter, and we just weren't quite on it.
You got Hugo Hawker-Hand, no doubt.
I don't even remember him playing that day. It feels like a long time ago now.
Dogs, you wouldn't have tipped. Brisbane, you wouldn't have tipped. And then Freo, you wouldn't have tipped. So now we're here. So you've tipped West Coast once for the whole season?
I reckon I might have tipped them against Richmond. What round was that? 8?
Yes.
I did. I tipped West Coast.
Yep. So twice.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Essendon and Richmond,
Yes.
which is fair because they're below you on the ladder.
Yeah. If I tipped against us every week, Dylan, I'd have most of my tips right.
Yes. Exactly. What are people saying about all this? Cardman's in the chat. How you going, Cardi? Who makes the 10th place wild card from here? This is a good chat.
It is. I need to go to the bathroom though. It's quarter time.
Of course you do.
And I want to be part of this one. So
Yep. Okay, we'll get back to that, Cardman.
But I think we have our answer already.
We'll get back to that. You think we're... what am I doing? I'm just making noises. I'm trying to work out where you're going with that. Yeah. Jesse has just gone to the bathroom. If you watch this show, watch this channel, you'll be surprised by that because it never happens.
We should get our Tinkle Break sponsored.
We should get our Tinkle Break. Who could sponsor that, actually? We should look into that. Do your best. What have we got here? A lot of people just talking about that. Cardman, I feel like I don't want to know the answer. Yeah, you probably don't, Cardi. Let's be real. New Heaven says, does Fall have more upside than Shanahan? I don't think he's got more upside than Shanahan from the point of view of, like, this is going to be hard to go through. I think what Jonty Fall is really, really good at is not being beaten by his defender ever. Like, he just will not lose in a contest. He's such a fighter and he's so competitive. I think Job Shanahan is more likely to get beaten by his defender, but he's sort of a cleaner, smoother player. And that's why I think in his draft year, if you go back to rankings of people like Cal Toomey and other people that cover the draft, most would have actually had Shanahan ranked ahead of Fall. But why AFL clubs valued Jonty Fall is what he can do from a systematic point of view. So you don't even necessarily have to look at the goal output all of the time with those sorts of things. Tools are such a structural piece, and their competitiveness is a huge reason why teams become successful and win. So how that ends up, like, Job Shanahan just might be an absolute gun, high marking, goal kicking forward. Does that mean he's better than Fall? I don't know. I'd say maybe Job Shanahan actually has the more upside, but Fall was the safer pick, if that makes more sense. Any sense. We're back. We are back for the second quarter. Richmond look to go forward, but it's a really poor kick and it's dropped by Bazzo. That is a terrible drop there. Could have had a nice little intercept mark. Elliot, Yeo and Herbert just flick the ball around by hand. And there's a mark to Starcevic, who may have ruptured a testy earlier in the game. Gets the ball back. That's a high tackle. Free kick, Starcevic. Jesse.
I have 2 banked conversations I want to have with you.
Here we go.
I actually have 3.
Cardi wants to know, Jesse.
Let's start there.
Cardi wants to know who is going to get the final wildcard position. He asks this question because of the demolition of Carlton of the Brisbane Lions over the Brisbane Lions last night, and probably the loss. St Kilda had Sydney Swans and they couldn't put their foot on the throat.
So as I said, I think as I walked away, I said, I think we have our answer. I should really park the conclusive decisions
because you changed your mind in the bathroom.
No, just because of how many I've got wrong this year. Like I've written off Geelong, and then sort of thought that Brisbane had arrived, and now it's like, well, what if they finish 5th? Then
Brisbane
my
do
comments
this to us every year, though.
But yeah, I need to park the decisive comments. However, last night was huge in establishing the likelihood of who finishes 10th. And I actually thought the opposite would happen. I tipped Brisbane and I tipped St Kilda yesterday. And that St Kilda tip was looking fantastic.
I actually saw, so anybody that follows True Footy on Instagram, I think it was on True Footy that you did this.
Yes, it was. Yep.
You posted, when St Kilda were winning. Oh, Grill. Oh, shit.
He did duck into that.
He did.
They've paid it ball, yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably the right decision, to be fair.
Hope he's okay, but and I don't think he was drawing a free kick, but he did lower, and it's rough to pay that high.
Yeah, he really aggressively ducked at the last minute.
Yeah. Well done, Jack Williams. That's a mark, surely.
I think that's a mark.
Have they paid it a mark? They have.
Good start for West Coast here. Some nice build up.
2 goals, 7.
Oh, it's a good kick. It might be out on the full.
I think he's just got it in.
Yeah,
Jake.
okay.
Now he can only kick snaps. So this has to be a check side.
Ugh. That's a check side from here would be like ridiculous. I want to see this again. McCarthy. Oh no, it's.
We have some great comments in the chat. I do want to get through these conversations.
I want to see if this goes through.
So we'll do that. We'll get back to the wild card quickly, and then some draft questions.
It's actually it's been a really big round. He's gone drop punt. It's a good looking kick.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that to come back.
Tough shot.
Okay, we were talking about the wild card. We're going to go wild card.
Yeah, just finish off with that. I mean, they play this week, don't they? Carlton and St Kilda next week.
Play this week, which is perfect.
Yeah, and I think you've got to tip Carlton, and if they do win that, then you probably have your answer, right?
See, I probably feel going into that game, it is a 50-50. I think if you look at the footy that St Kilda have played over the last month or so, it's been pretty good.
I agree.
Fairly impressive side. I think you could argue that St Kilda are...
Jeez, Herbert's got the ball on a string today.
He does. He's just not that good of a user, I would say.
He's okay.
He's okay.
I wouldn't say he's like tearing Richmond up or anything like that, but he has just found the footy so much and he's tidy.
Yeah.
Oh, Harley's drawn the free kick here. I didn't think that was a free, but I might need to see the replay.
Interesting. 2 goals, 8 for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, wild card.
Yep.
I would say that it's a 50-50 game. I don't think you could conclusively tip Carlton, but they've got the momentum, don't they?
From the eye test, like last night, they were sensational.
They were.
Like they're definitely playing better footy than St Kilda, in my opinion. Even if St Kilda are going okay, so I'll be pretty surprised if St Kilda win.
How's my top 8 Blues going?
Pretty good at the moment. Harley has pushed that to the right.
I mean, I say that when they can't finish top 8.
Yeah, true.
But if they had a sacked Voss just even a couple of weeks earlier, 3 weeks earlier,
yeah,
they're in the 8. I reckon they're in the 8.
I don't know. I'm a bit of a believer in the butterfly effect, though. Like, had they done it a couple of weeks earlier at the start of the season, would they have caught fire like this? I don't know.
This is what I'll say about that. If they'd have sacked Voss in the off season and gone into the season with a new coach, they would have made finals for sure.
But would they have had Josh Fraser?
Don't know. No, probably not.
That's another variable.
No, they wouldn't have. But I think like there is a part of this that's going to like level out a bit for Fraser. Like the best of Josh Fraser wouldn't have come like this if he started the season. The season wouldn't have gone like this.
Yeah. But they would have done a proper process had they done it like at the end of the season, right? Like Josh Fraser wouldn't have had the job.
Yep.
What am I?
You know, like when you're talking about things that could go in different directions, like Stephen King could have ended up at Carlton if they'd have sacked him at the same time as Melbourne sacked Goodwin.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, King could have gone to Carlton. Fraser could have gone to Melbourne. I don't know.
I still think they would have still had this little gelling period of adapting their style because his style's evolved over the course of the year, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine they would have got that right for round 1.
Gee, they got it like... I don't know though. Like you could say that, couldn't you say the same thing about Melbourne? Melbourne did it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Melbourne just started the season and I think there's so much on that like different voice telling, like it's like Michael Voss telling them to play this way after he was telling them to play a different way for year after year after year. Like, is that just too difficult a message to believe?
Maybe. Yeah, it's hard to know.
Because imagine how many times he would have said to them during that period, like, don't listen to the media narrative. Like, this will get us places, what we're trying to do. And then he's been told by the board, we have to do this. And then he comes into the players and he says, you know, like what I've been telling you that whole time not to do, we're going to try and do that now.
Yeah. But I do wonder if Carlton, like that playing group, needed the emotional upheaval of all that going to so poorly for them to lift. That feels like that's the Carlton way.
It's the Carlton way. The emotional response. Yeah, you're probably right there.
Jake has missed again. That's not even close. That was closer to out in the full. What's he kicked
But
personally?
for me getting the desired result in that argument that I want, it sounds better to say that if they'd have sacked Voss earlier, they'd have made the...
That's true. I did have another conversation in my head, but I reckon we get to the chat here before.
There's a lot going on.
Rogie has some draft questions.
Did we actually answer that question?
Well, I think Carlton will make it.
You think Carlton will make it?
On the basis that they should beat St Kilda this weekend, but it'll be close.
The thing that you're forgetting in this is the Giants, because they've got a really easy run home. They've got the Suns.
Well, they've got Adelaide in Adelaide, though.
They've got Adelaide and Adelaide.
They could win it. They could, because they're unpredictable.
But you're banking on the fact that Carlton have to beat both St Kilda and the Western Bulldogs, which on form they could absolutely do.
Yeah.
We're assuming that they lose to Freo. What do you think they could beat Freo?
I think they actually could win that because of the dead rubber nature of it for Fremantle.
I don't think Freo would want to go into the final series with a week off, having lost to Carlton though.
No, I'm not saying they would do it by design.
I get you though.
I just think they'd be gettable last week. And it's a bit of a side that Fremantle don't play well against. So I wouldn't rule it out, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you're right, GWS is still a sneaky chance as Tom Goal kicks a goal. 3 goals, 10. Does a little dance. I actually missed the goal.
It was a nice celly.
Yeah, it was. Bit of a snap out of congestion, I think.
Shoestats Willie with the super chat. Dill was technically wrong, but spiritually correct. 100%. 100%.
That
is so good.
Yeah, I'll pay it.
That's most of my takes. Technically wrong, spiritually correct.
Yeah, you did it with the right panache. Rogie has a draft question for you. Rookie Me and Cal's Phantoms came out, and a few players are rated much higher than your own. Steed, Snell, Williams, and Pickett. Thoughts on those?
Steed, Snell, Williams,
and Pickett.
Let's go. Okay, so let's start with Pickett. I haven't watched Pickett play since last year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I kind of don't know where to rank him because of lack of exposure, because he got injured right at the start of the season and I haven't watched him play. You'll probably say, then what about Dougie Cochran? I've seen more of Dougie Cochran on tape.
Sure.
I've just seen more of him. And I know that he's like, Dougie Cochran played an absolute blinder of a league match as a 17-year-old.
Well, I've heard the name Dougie Cochran since when I was in England.
Since you were 4 years old.
Yeah, when he was like minus 10 or whatever. No, since I was in England,
Yeah.
I remember reading articles about Dougie Cochran. So his profile is enormous.
Yeah. So I think both. I haven't rated in my list Kobe Lacroix or Jack Pickett, and I reckon they're both top 30.
Yeah, okay.
I reckon they're both top 30.
Yeah.
So just park that one. That's on me, let's say.
Sure.
Leo Steed and Noah Williams, I would put into the same camp as mid 170 centimetre midfielders, utility type players that have played predominantly as midfielders as underages here. And I don't think they're going to be able to necessarily play that position full time when they get to the AFL level. I think they're both going to slide a bit. Williams, I reckon, goes 20 to 30. Snell, probably somewhere between 15 and 25.
Yep.
If I was to guess right now. I reckon they're just ranked in those rankings because they've played really, really well. So they're going off performance. When it actually comes down to it and clubs have to say, like, I'm going to invest a bunch of money in this and we're going to try and develop them as a player over the next 3 years, I reckon they're not going to do it at that high. They're not going to take Steed in the top 10, for example.
No, but I feel like Steed's going to be a good player.
I do too.
I get your point about, that's a great goal. I get your point about not being like overly highly draftable, but you just get that vibe that he's just going to go to the next level and still be good.
He'll be good. I completely agree with you. But drafting him that high is kind of like, I think it's crazy that he's in the top 10 right now.
Yeah. Okay.
When you're talking about where teams will actually draft him over, because we're talking about over, that means he's better than. I'm just trying to think of the players around there now. You're taking him over a Mitch Harris,
Coda Edwards,
Kalen Murray.
Yep. Ethan Matthews is still in that.
Ethan Matthews is in that mix.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just think you're going to favour the development arc of those players. Who kicked that goal?
Taranto.
He can do that sometimes. He just
He's
has a little bit of the
player.
miraculous in him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
From a forward stoppage. What was the other one? There was one other.
Noah Williams. I think you kind of covered Noah
No,
Williams.
Williams and Steed in the same bracket.
Okay. Snell and Pickett were the other two.
Yep, so Pickett I've done. Snell.
Let's time it with this question. JK says, Dill, I think you've convinced me for the Eagles not to take Snell at our second pick. Who should we pick instead? You
could take him at the second pick. You could take him at the second pick.
Yeah.
I'm not fully ruling that out.
Oh, McCarthy.
That was gross. Grill.
It's terrible.
Richmond are on here.
They always turn it on for us, eh?
It's the best they've looked all year.
It's just death, taxes, and Richmond looking good against West Coast.
Taxes, and Tyler Sonsi.
And then I don't watch them as closely, and everyone's like, God, Richmond is shit in all their
so
other
bad,
games.
yeah.
And then I'm like, the Richmond that plays us is damn good.
Oh, Marcus Herbert getting some work done on the upper thigh.
It's good commentary.
That feels really graphic. Like,
It's very sensual.
yeah.
What about, does Steed get that far, do you foresee? The Eagles' second pick, so let's call it
Yeah.
pick 23 maybe?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about Dimer?
Dimer.
Oh.
Yeah, Dimer's tough. I love some of the things. He's not as, like, compared to some of the other small forwards, he's not as athletic, clearly, but he's got good leadership ability and he's got great, like, he's got quick little feet and really, really clean hands. Like, fundamentally, he is a great player. I reckon he's more like for me, he's more like 30.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
He's like that range.
Gotcha.
There is some chatter too, like just to draw another player into this. There's a VFL player that a lot of people are talking about. I have not seen him play. He's
Great mark. That was a poor kick.
That's Ralphie again.
Yeah, he saved that with a really good diving mark. It was a poor kick from, didn't see.
Hugo Ralph Smith just having a game against you guys is
Yes,
just
classic.
so classy. What is this guy's name?
I'm going to have to build that into the simulator.
Brady Wright, VFL player. Have not watched him play.
Yeah.
Toomey posted about him yesterday that he is being considered as a top 25 pick.
Yeah, right.
So
Who's he play for?
I don't even know.
Don't even know. Yeah.
I don't watch enough VFL.
Victorian?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ralphie's kick too. Richmond to open up a 12-point victory in Essendon. You might have your... Well, you said they might not get Van Haddam, but they might have one hand on top of his head.
Hand on his large body. Why did I say that?
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't add anything.
He plays for Werribee.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you more. Probably shouldn't have brought him up.
Oh, that was a kick from Duggan. I didn't even notice that.
Did you say good kick?
No, this kick was poor. The kick before that, I thought was a Richmond player passing back because I looked away. It was Liam Duggan.
Oh, Duggan.
Oh, boy.
191 centimetre medium forward.
Okay.
Born in 2004. So is that the...
That's a 2022 draft.
2022
Oh, so
draft.
quite mature age, yeah.
Yeah. Toomey reckons top 25 pick.
That's interesting. That to be like a 191 centimetre general forward. I know Logan Morris was drafted at about that height, but he was 18 and he's probably grown since.
Yeah. No, it isn't. It's not a...
I suppose Gunston can't be that tall, is he? Like 193 maybe?
Yeah, he's about one. I think he's 191.
Really?
I think so.
I suppose Jake Waterman's 190.
It kind of depends what type of medium forward he is, though.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Jake and someone like a Jack Darling who's similar, they're like really good contested players. Jake has an amazing running capacity, so you compensate for that
Exactly.
height, right?
And like Gunston's never taken a contested mark in his life.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he's much more, very different.
He's like a small.
Very different, yeah.
What else we got here? That JK Shaky post.
Getting back maybe to the 2024 redraft, one of the bigger knocks we had from Eagles fans was actually our decision to go Taru before Job. And I must say, I look back at it and I'm like, I reckon recruiters probably would go Shanahan before Taru first. I know we were picking our own opinion. Although I must say, the format we did was probably not ideal because we didn't really... Like, it was sort of your opinion, then my opinion, and then one of us had to give up.
We
know what I mean?
didn't think the format through
So
that
maybe
well.
we did that better. But
It's
I
weird
would
actually because someone
personally
said like you should have done it pick for pick, and
Yeah.
we normally do that. I don't know why we didn't.
I don't know why either.
Just poor preparation.
I thought we'd maybe just agree on everything and didn't think about it, but we didn't. As Jake
We
Waterman
normally
kicks
do.
behind.
Yeah, I sort of disagree with that. I don't think recruiters would take Job over
Alex Taru.
Alex Tyru. I
Really?
saw that, I can't remember what program, it was an AFL programming where they did the redraft and they just picked whoever was the best player right now.
Yeah, no, that's so
It's
lame.
not a redraft.
Yeah, was that Gabelich and
Yep.
was it like Nat Edwards?
It was like Murphy Reed 1, Jagger Smith
Not
2.
Nat Edwards, someone else.
No, it wasn't Nat Edwards. It was
It
somebody.
wasn't Kate McCarthy. I feel like it was a
wasn't-
female presenter, but I
It
can't
was a
remember
female
who.
presenter, but I can't.
Oh, is it
Was
the
it- was it
Perth
an
girl?
AFLW
The
player?
Perth lady. What's her name? I forgot her name. Fremantle fan. She was on the coverage last night. I've forgotten her name.
Oh, for the Island Australia game?
No, she was on for the
That was
Carlton,
actually- that was
Carlton
good.
game.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure who it was,
Blanking on her name.
but
Doesn't
nothing
matter.
again. Like I kind of get what they were doing. They were just like, who are the best players in that draft right now?
Yeah.
And they went
Well, that's a different conversation.
basically Jagger, Murphy, Job,
Yeah.
which kind of fair. And Lawler was in there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Lawler might have been third. Actually, one of them I think still took Lawler at 1.
Oh, Harley. Yeah, you're right. Was it? It's annoying me that I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I don't think Tyree has anywhere near enough of a chance to show us that he is a bad player.
No.
Like if that's what and
No, it's not that. I think Job's performances have probably elevated him.
yeah, but Tyrue's come into a team that's got Cal Wilkie, one of the best key defenders in the comp. Then they've recruited Silvani. They're very much like a ready-made defence.
Yeah, but he has played.
He's played a bit, but he's been suspended all the other time. And you're not going to not pick him because he's been suspended. So that's and I saw people writing that. They're like, how could you have Tyree? He's been suspended half the time he's played. And it's like, well, that's probably supports him being ahead, if anything. I suppose you could say that there's some disciplinary stuff. He's also, 7 months younger than Job Shanahan?
Is he? Did you say late
He's
birthday?
December birthday.
Job's birthday is today, so that makes that easy. So yeah, 3 or 4 months. 4 months?
Oh, I said 7 months, but
Yeah, probably about 4 months.
Job Shanahan's birthday is today.
Yeah.
Where are we?
August. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 6 months.
4.
December versus August.
It's 4 months. It's the 8th month.
Full August.
Let's stay on this longer.
I can't remember the next month.
December is the 12th
August,
month.
September, October. Yeah, 4 months. Jeez. That made me look great. Let's just edit that out, please. Out of the live stream.
Whether it's 6 or 8, it's just a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway,
it doesn't really matter with talls, right? They're gonna.
No, it doesn't.
It's still worth mentioning that he's a late birthday though.
He is a late birthday, and I just think the development potential of Tyree is still huge.
Fair.
So I
think that's true of both, but yeah,
it is true of both. No, 100% it's true of both. And I'm not disagreeing that Job Shanahan hasn't showed more, but I still think if you're doing a redraft, you're not drawing a line through Tyree.
Yeah.
You obviously have to take some element of what they've done so far in the AFL into consideration, but you can't take it completely. You can't just go this is where we're at now.
Not completely, but there's a huge gap in the performance of those two specific players, right?
Yeah.
Job's going to kick 30 this year.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good second season in the
that's fair.
shithouse team. Somebody pointed out the Harley Reid tax. So this was a big talking point, at least in WA.
Tax.
Do you catch this? This was a big talking point in WA. Basically, a lot of conversation around Harley Reid getting
from the derby.
unfairly umpired. Yeah,
But
it has been a trend for a period of time. So I want to put out there that Harley gives away a lot of free kicks, and a lot of them are there. The main thing around the Harley tax is the idea that he gets smashed off the ball and doesn't get free kicks paid to him. But somebody in the chat mentioned he's got 6 free kicks, 4 and 0 against today.
Today, has he really?
Because there was a thought what is this conversation in the media? What impact's going to have?
Well, it's been good for him then,
It has, but I've also seen his head get ripped off 3 or 4 times.
and not got a free kick.
No, he has got a free kick.
Oh.
So they're there.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I remember that one down when you were kicking that way, and he
Yeah.
got a shot at goal.
Yes. Maybe there was one that was dodgy, which I didn't really see, but the others were quite clearly there. Oh dear. That's probably
This
a free
is
kick
a
to bow.
scary exit.
Oh dear, McCarthy's having a shocker.
I think the Harley Reid conversation is what happens to guys when they have to go into a really bad team and rebuild the club. Harley's going to be one of those players, in a similar vein, I think, to Patrick Cripps, how he's getting pretty beaten up as a young player. It'll be interesting to see how much of an effect that has on him over time.
Just physically?
Physically, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do sort of worry a little bit about his body.
I'm not saying they're doing the wrong thing,
Yeah.
but it's the challenges that you have as a young team that both relies on him and needs to think about the future, but relies on him and needs to put him in those heavy physical contact situations.
I wouldn't mind spending a bit more forward time from next week onwards.
Yeah.
This week we have to try, even though this game's starting to get away from us. We need to try and win it. But over the next 3 weeks, we're going to lose them all probably pretty convincingly, you'd think.
In the short term, what can you do to support him?
In the very short term, the next 4 weeks?
Yeah. Because Dev Rob's done.
Yeah, Franco also got injured. He was sort of playing the Rob role.
Yeah, true.
Is Hutchinson playing? Oh, Hutchinson get injured again.
No, he's not playing.
I think Hutchinson keeps getting injured every time he gets in.
What about a Finlay McRae?
I don't know. I need to watch him maybe more, but is he as physical as the
No.
depth? Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought he was a bit more of an accumulator.
I don't think he's very good at all.
No, but we're just talking about playing that big body in a contest situation,
Yeah,
right?
He is. You know what you said about? I think you said it about not Bazzo. You said it about Sandy Brock. You said he's an oversized flanker.
Yeah.
That's Finlay McRae.
Okay.
Is an oversized flanker midfielder. He's one of those like non-physical big-bodied mids.
Isn't he just midfielder size though?
He's like 186.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like that's Harley size.
Yeah.
From a height perspective.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you think he's like a
I'll just
small
double-check.
defender or small forward?
Well, I just think he's an
Oversized?
outside. Like he
Right.
plays like an outside player. Like he's inside in the sense that I think he's kind of like he's got clean hands and stuff,
Yeah.
but he doesn't really use his body.
Mm.
I'll just check his
I
height.
just got a comment saying Lachlan says, I've been working on a theory. When Jesse goes for toilet breaks, I swear he just flicks through a dictionary, picks some random word I've never heard of and abuses it for the next 28 minutes. What word have I been
Oh,
abusing?
that is so you.
I do abuse words. That's true. I do say them over, but I'm curious, like, what have I been saying today?
Finlay's 188.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
That's a big body mid.
Yeah. So in short, I don't think Finn is the answer to this question
Correct.
or any question.
What is the word? Tell us what the word is.
Yeah, I want to know the word I've been saying.
Oh, geez, I'm way behind in the chat. thought
I would give Harley a bit more of a rest up forward in the last 3 weeks of the season. Is
Fair play.
the short term, the longer term, or medium term, someone like an Alex Davies?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
recruiting more midfield support?
I'm like, who's Alex Davies? Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep. Or just throw Willem Dersma in there and let him get beat up.
Yeah, it could be.
I suppose in some ways,
Post
like
clearance equities, Jarlsy says. Hey, that's blame champion data.
I reckon he goes into the bathroom, brings up Claude. It's just like, I'm running out of material. Give me something.
That's champion data.
Oh, shit. I suppose I'm looking at Kelly and Yo. Someone's actually said in the chat too, like, watch the game, guys. Probably a fair point.
I think they said, can we watch the game? We are watching the game. I'm watching it, and it's not good.
I thought it was more like, can we watch the game, guys? Like, as in we were focusing on other stuff too much.
I didn't interpret it that way, but we probably can. I don't know. It's not.
Let's talk about this for longer and more deeply.
You know what we can show briefly? The BENQ TK.
Let's try.
BENQ TK 705 STI
Projector.
Should we flash it up?
We should flash it up.
Yeah.
Do we have visuals on this producer? It's up.
There we
and
go.
Jesse, how does it look?
It looks great. This inside 50 may not be as good though, based on all the other ones, and that is possibly a free kick to trainer, not paid. Ball spills loose. Dersma gets the ball, and he's wrapped up.
Picture
450
this.
stoppage. Have we kicked a goal this quarter?
I don't know.
Don't know.
You've kicked a lot of points though. Picture this. You get some friends around. You get some corn chips, some Doritos,
Yeah.
some salsa, a couple of beers, and you throw
A
up
jar of Vaseline.
jar of Vaso, a few cucumbers, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. You put on the BENQ TK705 STI projector, and you go ham.
I can't believe I said that. I wasn't concentrating.
It's good fun though, isn't it, Jesse? All things
It's
considered.
great. Yeah.
That catalogue of items, you bring them all together, you throw the projector on, it's a cinematic experience in 4K Ultra HD.
It is awesome. It is awesome. I can watch the Eagles lose on a lot of pixels. That's not the right. I don't understand technology, but it is a great viewing
No,
experience.
I think you got that right. They're pixels.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
That is 4K.
There's more pixels and there's bigger.
So 4K, there's about 4,000 pixels wide.
Yeah.
And then there's about like, approximately 2,000 high. We're looking at there for a 4K experience.
Is it actually 4,000 pixels or is it like 2160? Because
no. So 2160 would be the.
is that not 4K?
That would be the upper the length, the height. 4K is about 3,900 pixels.
I understand why that sounds like a silly question, but on Premiere Pro, the software that I use, when you export in 4K, it says 4K in brackets 2160. And I always thought, oh, maybe 4K is just what they call it.
Okay, so 2160 is... no, that is correct. Because you know when you do 1080p, that's 1920 by 1080.
Yes.
And it's called 1080p, which is the height number.
Gotcha.
When you see 2160, that's the height number of 4K, but it's 3,900 pixels wide.
I see. Gotcha. Yeah. Let's stay on this. I did ask you a question. Thank you. I'm just laughing at how we didn't get back to the game at all.
So can we get back to the game?
The pixels. Hanger says, it's 16 v 18 when the discussion turns to picture resolution. What was I going to say? Oh, Milan has a shot on goal is what I was going to say.
He's got it. No, he's bit the bloody post.
No way. I looked down.
That was going.
I missed it. What an idiot.
McQualter's done the...
Sorry, Slinger says agreed. You guys are awesome, but more commentating on the game. Fair enough.
More commentating on the game.
But we do have a minute and a half to the halftime break.
I'll tell you who's having a game today. Luke Traynor.
Yeah, that's true. The birthday boy, Shanahan, has marked on the wing. The Eagles have had territory. There's all been forward half for the last 5 or so minutes.
3 goals, 13 hurts.
Just absolutely nothing going on.
Yep.
Like 16, no real threat of a goal at all.
16 scoring shots to 11. And you're losing by 15 points. Hurts. Yeah. Oh, that's a great
he's done
almost
well
grab. Cooper Duff-Tytler is also having kind of a nothing game in the sense that
it's an almost game.
It's an almost game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
He's showing good signs. Once he physically puts on the size, he can maybe clunk those marks more consistently. But I'm starting to grow optimistic he can be a forward.
He can.
Pre-draft, I was concerned about what is his best position, but...
He could be a back flanker, Jesse.
He probably could.
And West Coast love those. Why do West Coast fans think that you've got like this abundance of halfback flankers and that you only draft halfback flankers?
West Coast?
Yeah. Like there's a narrative from fans. It's Traynor is on fire.
That's true. He is killing it.
Best game he's played, I reckon.
Yeah. Wait, is that something you get in your comments?
Yep.
You know what? I reckon that was a real mid-20 teens thing. Like, we love a half-back flanker converting him to a midfielder.
A West Coast fan even commented on my stuff at one point saying, and he had an abbreviate, like an acronym, saying, it was like NA...
Not another half-back flanker.
Not another half-back flanker. Like, I've created an acronym for this.
Yeah. I reckon if you go through, like, the Duggan and Cole kind of drafts, I think that kind of era we did draft a lot. But now I'm thinking about it, maybe it was just Duggan that we didn't like.
Yeah. It's like one didn't work out and now it's kind of like tainted the whole football club.
Yeah, if you go through rebuild picks, I suppose Chesser was a halfback flanker as a junior.
True. Yep.
Hoff was actually a mid-forward that we turned into a defender.
Bo Allen?
Yes. Yeah, good, true. That's actually quite a few now.
Lindsay?
Even Jinby.
Jinby. Like, he's not a halfback flanker.
No, but he would have played like general defender and a bit of midfield into his junior year. Right?
Yeah.
He was like a gun defender and he played for WA in the champs.
Yeah. From a drafting perspective, like what I can see in that is like if you've played a lot of halfback flank, like you tend to read the game pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you've got that IQ chip built in.
Yeah.
And then if you can come further up the ground and have that contested game, like I suppose the one that everyone's looking at there is Bontempelli because that was him.
Yeah,
he was a oversized flanker type player.
Hayden Young's another one.
Hayden Young, Jordan Dawson.
Yeah, great shout.
They're all back flankers that became really good. Ed Richards.
I guess maybe all clubs feel like this, but like West Coast fans were burned for a while of drafting these halfback flankers and being like midfield potential, and none of them came.
None of them came.
So
through.
I think that's where that comes from.
I'll tell you what's worse than that though. When you draft a 180 centimetre midfielder and they're just not good enough.
Yeah.
So you can go both ways. That's what, like, everyone seems to think that there's this thing where if you just draft the guy that's like really good at football, it works. Like that was Darcy Parish.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I suppose these days with the rule changes as thick and fast as they ever were, right? So if you pick players that have a maybe limited athleticism that makes them a little bit more vulnerable.
Non-adaptability, non-versatility.
It's usually, yeah, that's true. But usually when a rule change happens and it impacts drafting, it's usually the non-athletic players that fall to the wayside.
Yep.
So we're talking those big-bodied midfielders, which were massively in vogue when Joe Watson and Michael Barlow were the best players. But
The first guys that got spat out were the small mids, those little like contested, like the parish types.
Yeah.
They got spat out. And then it was like you could still be a big-bodied mid and not spread. And now you can't be that either.
Yep. And now it's rucks.
Now it's rucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're probably even seeing that with slow key position defenders and stuff like that.
That's why I reckon Clancy Snell's going to slide.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've seen someone like an Ollie Murphy. Was he 23? 24?
Not 24.
23, I reckon. He was one that slid in a little bit of that nature, and I think it was because of the closing speed.
Yes.
But anyway, Dylan, we should probably talk about the half that just happened. What did you make of it?
I wasn't watching.
We were talking about resolution.
I think we watched very respectfully in the first quarter, and then we got a bit rogue. I noticed some skill errors.
Did you?
I noticed some things.
I didn't see that.
I'll tell you what
I didn't see any of West Coast 13 behinds.
I'll tell you what I noticed in that second quarter. Luke Traynor.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
I think this kid can play. This kid can play. I reckon if he can do that role that he seems to be playing today where he's just floating across and taking big marks. You've got to remember, he was rated in that 2024 crop for some time as potentially a top 10 prospect. Like his performances kind of not outweighed where he was seen in the draft, but by the time the draft came around, I think there were some things that started to creep in where like recruiters weren't 100% sure about his character. I think there was some off-field things that got spoken about. Don't 100% know. Like I don't want to go into those things, but that was something that was talked about. But he's a real prospect.
Yeah. He's the sort of player that I sort of hoped Marek would be, and I think we've sort of moved away from that a little bit now. But Marek could have been that strong intercepting defender with good rebound and ball use. He's not strong enough in the air in a contested situation, but Traynor has clunked a number of strong marks today.
Contested marks in this game.
Yeah, and he's definitely gone up in my estimations. Concussion issues that's a good point from Giles.
Concussion issues, that was a big one, wasn't it? Interesting. He has only taken the one contested mark, but I reckon he's taken a number of intercepts.
I think they've been strong intercept marks too. Whether or not they're classified as contested, he might just be like timing it better than anyone else and getting it and technically mark it uncontested. 4
intercept possessions. Have a look at the disposal winners. As you said, Marcus Herbert has been absolutely everywhere. 20 disposals.
Wow.
Top on the ground.
20 and a half again, 2 weeks in a row.
20 and a half, and he's kicked a point as well. 12 kicks, 8 handballs. Harley Reid's had 19 disposals, 0 goals, 2. So he's had a couple of shots as well. If he had to finish those goals, we'll be talking about him a little bit more, I reckon. Taranto 16 and 1. That miraculous goal he kicked off a stoppage. He can do that.
Yeah.
Banks is up there for disposals. I feel like I haven't seen that much of Banks.
There's a comment that West Coast skills are terrible. Absolutely no denying that. But one thing I noticed, particularly when because West Coast have had more of the ball inside 50, but it's such a congested forward line. So there isn't a lot of space to operate in.
Yep.
So you kick into contests and we're losing them.
I almost think these rebuilding sides that have poor skill level, when it's their opportunity to play a forward half game, they really struggle with actually owning that territory because they don't know what to do with the tight spaces.
That's been the trend of so many of our losses this year.
It's why, like for example, if you watch Premier League soccer, like the shit teams, they play a low block and they score goals on counter-attacks. They don't have nice, methodical build-up play, have the ball in the front and make nice passes because they can't.
That's so true. It's like we're trying to do that. I understand why we're trying to play a front half game.
Well, you got to do it eventually.
We've got no hope of breaking through at the moment. That being said, we've also had 16 shots on goal.
Yeah, but you can't be Burnley forever.
No, you have to graduate from that. Absolutely.
Oh, that's a bit of physicality on Harley there. Oh, that's the free kick on
that one. End. Was the one that might not have needed to be paid.
I think he actually had him by the throat then.
Yeah, at the end he did actually. The second one.
You know, there's some people out there that don't think that Harley Reid should be the number 1 pick in that 2023 draft.
Yeah, I guess some people like Watson more.
Yeah, I suppose Watson is a fair shout of how...
Is there anyone else? Logan Morris?
No, you wouldn't take anyone else at pick 1.
I wouldn't. I thought so.
But I even don't think you would take Watson.
No, I don't think so either. I think Harley's still the number 1.
Yep.
But then Watson. And then Morris. Am I forgetting anyone? Caddy. Yeah. You'd go Morris over Caddy.
Curtin.
Yeah, that's more of an upside one.
We're forgetting someone. There's other. Oh,
yeah, we're forgetting heaps, I'm sure. Yeah. McKercher. Not in that wrong.
Yeah, nah.
I don't think he's a mile down the list, but yeah, he's not better than those players.
I actually want to just bring that up quickly because I reckon we missed someone there. It's a good draft.
The big fella says, Jesse, have you switched from Durs to Jagger for the Rising Star yet? Durs is ripper, but Jagger's been rated as top 20 to 25 players in the comp over the past 6 weeks. Absolutely. I switched it a few weeks ago. So I formally switched it because on truefooty.com.au, if you have a free membership, you can rank Rising Stars and we can come up with a consensus Rising Star. It oscillated. So I switched my number 1 to Jagger sometime after I made that clip that got a bit of traction. And then since then, Jagger's gone like that and Dursman's stagnated.
Jagger had a fucking game last night.
He did, absolutely.
Particularly. That's like the first time he's really... I feel like there's, to some degree, like some of his performances this year have been a little bit overrated where he's had 25 touches. They haven't really done much. But last night, kicked two goals from just about on the paint. Like,
they were good goals.
He didn't do that as a junior.
No.
He didn't kick goals.
No, that's true. So on truefooty.com.au, it is actually a pretty line ball. You have Jagger number 1 and Dursma 2. But surprisingly, Harry Dean is not 3, according to the True Footy fans. I think this is wrong. But Trembath's the 3rd.
Trembath's been ridiculously good.
He has been. still think you go Dean. It's the 3rd.
I remember we had a debate about this earlier in the season that you had Shanahan above Trembath when we first did a video.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah, it did. 100% it did.
How long ago was this?
Oh, earlier in the season. We did it would have been mid-year, like round 10 or something.
That's probably, did we?
Yeah.
I think at the time it was probably fair enough though.
Shadow brain.
I think it was fair enough though at the time. Job had demonstrated a lot more and Trembath's gone from strength to strength over the course of the season.
Yeah, Trembath was good early though too. Trembath's like our best player.
Yeah.
He's actually been crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's wild, but yeah, I'd probably have Dean.
I'm trying to find this elusive Rising Star video where I did that. I'm doing it right now because I don't think that happened.
It definitely did.
I don't think so.
Like I don't think you like fought me hard on it or anything, but you definitely had Shanahan.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Do we have
with
a Rising Star video there?
Yeah, we do. 3 months ago. I don't fucking remember this.
Yeah, no, it happened. I just remember having to fight.
I've got the screen. Number 1, Willem Dursma. Number 2, Cooper Trembath. Number 3, Jagger. Number 4, Job. It might actually be your list though.
That would be mine probably.
I think the whole list is yours. Actually.
And
God, we make so many videos. I don't remember this video at all.
When was it? 3 months ago.
Yeah, it was on the 15th of April. I reckon it's just you who did this.
Don't blame me. You were a part of the video. You were still there.
Yeah, but your rankings, the rankings are yours, not mine.
Yeah, for sure. But the memory is that you were like, Shanahan's better than Trembath.
I think at the time, it depends what the context was. Who would perform better to that date? I would have said Job. I wouldn't fight you on it now.
Interesting. Riff says Bo better than Kako.
Has the potential to be, but could go either way.
Yeah. I'd say I'd have a little more trust at this point in Kako.
Yeah.
But
I feel like, I know. I think if Bo realises 80% of his potential, he'll be the better player. I think he is really really high upside
Bo's
player.
good. I actually, now that I'm sort of like thinking this through, Bo is a serious player. I feel like I want to defend Kako because I feel like he gets a lot of shit and he's really good. Like for what he's done as a small forward, I don't think he could have done much more.
No, that's true.
Shooting Putin says if they actually appreciated backs, Harry Dean would be right in the mix for Rising Star, but Smith has locked it. If they actually appreciated backs, do you think there's any truth in that?
Do I think there's any truth that they'll discriminate against the key back?
Yeah, I think that's what this
I don't think they'll discriminate. I think he's getting talked about the requisite amount, the appropriate amount.
I think so too.
But I think Jagger's probably just had the performances on him. So I think Jagger wins it.
It's hard. What happens here, because like when we look at young players, we generally look at also development potential. But then when you start to go into these awards and some of these midfielders like Murphy, Reid and Jagger Smith, they're actually moving the needle for their team. And you can't really overlook that.
That's true.
I'm not saying Harry Dean's not moving the needle, but there's an element with a key position player that you're always going to be like, he's got help there, let's say. And although he's doing such a good job as a key defender, he's got help around him, those sort of things. Like where Jagger, it feels like he's actually like kind of putting the team on the back a bit right at this point.
Fair takes. You have a question from Coast to Sammy about North Melbourne small forwards, and I am going to go to the bathroom and look at my dictionary.
Coast to Sammy says, Dylan, would you rather North take Doveston or Byrne? Byrne looks like a serious player. I loved Taylor Byrne in his draft. I still would have taken Doveston. Yeah, I don't think that's fair to say. I'm just watching this little gut punch from Trainer on Jack Williams there. No, you'd still take Doveston, but that doesn't... I think Taylor Byrne was disrespected in that draft. What did he go? I think he went in the 40s in the end. Just a really, really smart, crafty little player. Again, we talk about opportunity and we talk about draftees. Carlton have given him a lot of opportunity. Doveston, North are obviously playing some sort of a long game. I think like Doveston had that element to his personality, I think, where he's a little bit of a rascal. I think we've seen that with Egggate. I reckon there's a part of what North are doing with Doveston where they want to bring him into the football club and sort of nurture him through the VFL a little bit. I don't even necessarily think that it's like on his performances that he's not in the top team at the moment, but they want to, I suppose, like keep him in the right mindset and keep him hungry enough that he's kind of pushing for the seniors. I reckon there's a part of that in Doveston's personality where Taylor Byrne, you can kind of just let him go and play football. But I think North still made the right call there. Let's see how that goes though. Harley over Butters. Yes. Yeah. I would agree with that. I mean, if you were talking about which player would I rather for next season, I'd still take Butters if that's the conversation. We've just had someone say Harley over Butters. I would say for, if like, again, draft board, I'd take Harley.
Yeah.
But I would take Butters if it was next season. Who's going to help your team the most?
Yeah. If you're Richmond, I think you still go Harley if you have that choice. But that's also factoring in age, right?
Yes.
If you had Harley and Lawler playing together for 10 years.
If you go through the AFL competition with a fine-tooth comb right now, though, I don't think there's that many players that are a better fit for Richmond right now than Butters.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I know what is he, 26?
Yeah, free agent, so he'll turn 27 next year in his first year at Richmond.
I know that's like that feel like that's not that old. It's not that old.
No, it's not so old that it's not valuable.
Yeah.
Or too expensive for that. Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Should we talk about next year's Wooden Spoon race? How many teams do you reckon in that conversation? I think both of these teams are in it.
Not something that I ever considered us chatting about today.
Really?
Yeah, probably should have.
I suppose it is a bit of a niche one. Richmond, West Coast are in that conversation. Essendon is in that conversation. Is there anyone else you'd throw in there? Or do you think it's a 3-horse race at this early stage?
Essendon, Richmond.
So the current bottom three are a fair way off the rest of the comp.
Yeah.
So I think we start there. But like anyone else you think?
I feel like you guys in 2020, I think Richmond's been really hurt like they've been scarred in 2026 by the lack of availability to young players. Means they're almost, I think they've just lost 12 months.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, which really hurts them. So they're going to be behind you. I could see West Coast having a little jump.
Really?
Yeah.
I was going to go the other way.
Nah.
I think if Richmond and Essendon get their players back, West Coast is still the worst team.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah, you're high there.
Nah.
That sounded mean when I said that. Now I feel bad. But
how many players were Essendon and Richmond getting back compared to West Coast? And Richmond's about to knock off potentially West Coast for the second time this year.
Yeah, but
one win gap between them.
Imagine Harley with another year.
He's already damn good. Is he really going to elevate West Coast to being a better team by himself?
I think he can. I think he can.
I'll give you that. But then there's also Lawler at Richmond.
Yeah, there's also Lawler. Lawler's very, very good. I think Harley's getting closer to that prime. Like, what will Harley be next year? 22?
He will be... What year is he born in? 05. He'll be 22 next year.
Yeah.
He's got some experience and age on Lawler. That's true.
And he's played a lot of games already. So I
Yeah.
feel like he's really ready to do that. I think, you get obviously Dersma, you get him for another year. You get Duff Tytler, you get Lindsay, you get Bo Allen, these types.
Oh, you're not selling me.
I'm not selling you.
No,
Really?
not on an improvement from those players. Like Bo Allen will get better, but I think that will be gradual.
Yeah.
But you compare it, like we don't have a Taranto, and I know he's not great, but like
That's true.
what if they get Butters too? That's another question.
I mean, you've got Kelly, but he's not as good as Taranto.
He's okay, but it'll probably be in his last year next year. The midfield next year, we read Kelly potentially in his last year. Maybe Dersma gets a bit more time on ball. Jack Graham again. That's a terrible midfield.
But flip side of that, Richmond will lose. They'll lose. For some reason, I always forget this guy's name.
Hopper and Prestia are the two that come to mind.
No,
Broad.
For some reason, I go to their back line. I'm like Vlosten and who's that other guy? And I want to say Moore every time.
Yeah.
Broad.
Yeah.
They lose Broad. Vlosten's fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, compared to last year. That's true.
I don't know how much they're going to get out of him. Hopper, Prestia. So they're going to shed a lot, and they're still really, really young. The Butters thing is we've got to see what happens there.
Yeah.
So I'm not really factoring that in at the moment. They're going to be really young. They're getting younger.
They are. I don't know how much they really rely on Prestia and Hopper.
Remember
Taranto, yes.
Remember back to the start of the season, I said they were going to get the wooden spoon.
Yeah, you were right, but was it?
I might not actually be. They might win this game, and they might not.
But is injuries only the difference? Because does anyone really think?
I don't think
fully
they're
fit. West Coast is clearly better than Richmond.
You know
I don't
what?
Think so.
I actually think with Richmond though, I
didn't
factor in an injury crisis in tipping them to finish on the spoon. I don't know if that actually cost them that many games. I just think it ruined their season.
Did they lose to Essendon? No.
No, they beat
Essendon. They only played once?
I think so. It was that.
Yeah.
That was the game where Essendon hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Didn't that sack Brad Scott?
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Essendon's two wins have been Melbourne and GWS, which is a random pair of teams.
And they nearly beat GWS twice.
Yeah.
Which is kind of says more about GWS than anything else.
Yeah,
but
it does, doesn't it?
Essendon
will get back Nick Martin, amongst others.
Nick Martin's big. Lose Merritt.
Yeah, I don't think he's not playing that well.
No, he's not. But he's still he still gets 30 every week.
Yeah, but they're not useful.
I know he's not doing anything for their future, but you have to factor in Merritt.
I'm factoring in very moderately, very lightly.
Really?
Yeah, they've put him on the half-back flank. I think he played better the game they won. I want to say, which is valid, but I'm not sure that's a huge loss to them at this point.
Who wins their best and fairest?
I don't even.
Don't then say Merritt.
I don't even know.
Essendon fans, let us know that.
I don't know how many games everyone's played.
It's difficult with those teams to figure out who wins that.
Yeah,
maybe Durham.
Yeah, I was going to say Durham, but I don't know if he's missed any through injury because that's a big factor as the second half starts here.
Archie Roberts might be up there.
I think West Coast's ability to come up with a game style that has made them more competitive this year.
Shanahan's.
Yes. Yeah. Are you expecting a big jump from 30 goals next year? I wouldn't.
Oh, no, sorry. I just said Shanahan's because he just
okay, I thought you were factoring him in.
He just marked the ball.
Yeah. I think West Coast's style and playing team football has made them bat above their average this year. I think the team is woeful.
Yeah, I mean, you watch them more than I do.
I don't think they'll get better next year. I think they'll go backwards. Or maybe they'll stagnate and the other two teams will catch them.
Why did I think...
missed that as well?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my word. Now, are they tanking? I don't see them improving. Wait for a big jump in 28.
Why did I think that they were going to be better than Richmond this year, though?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that is something that you said that you can say you got right, though. When you watch the two teams play against each other, there's clearly a better team. That was true the first time as well. Also, injuries. If you take out Richmond's injuries, West Coast finish lower. There's going to be
what you're saying is this time I'm technically right but spiritually wrong. And
yes.
and on the other one, and on the Carlton one, I'm technically wrong, spiritually right.
Yeah. If West Coast lose this game, they'll end the season on 10 losses in a row or something.
Yeah, they're crap.
Yeah.
I didn't say they were good. I still tipped them to
with
finish.
games against like 2 of the bottom 4.
Even though I tipped them to finish ahead of Richmond, I still got they still outperformed what I expected. Like they finished 3rd bottom, I tipped them to finish 2nd bottom.
Yeah.
If anything, I got Essendon horrifically
Last year.
The year before, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that was an argument that their fans used at one point. But
They might have still got hit with injuries, and so have we this year, but they're not on crisis levels.
what is that from Lafau? That's an uncontested mark on the wing.
Herbert is very elusive.
He
like
is
an
very
eel.
eely.
He is. That's actually like...
They do call him the Moray.
He was described as a real run and carry player. I don't see a lot of it as he gets an accurate space here. He doesn't really break lines, but he doesn't get caught.
That's the difference between AFL and VFL, though.
Yeah.
Because at VFL, he would
fair.
be line breaking, and then
Yeah.
he doesn't look
That's
as
true.
impressive at this level.
But it's still like he's getting out of traffic is
Yep.
quite a rare thing, to be honest. Like
Yep.
people make the lazy comparison to Murphy because of the
he has a
headband.
headband and
But the
long
way
hair.
he doesn't get caught is the only thing I'd say is similar. But like that is one thing they both share, and the
Yeah.
headband. But other than that, they're completely different.
It's kind of like one of those things too. It's like there are a lot of players that are just like kind of shifty in traffic and hard to tackle. And then everyone, oh my God. And then everyone goes, in fairness to like
Waterman's missed.
This conversation today about West Coast and Richmond being you said Richmond are far better than West Coast.
Yeah.
They're not though, are they?
Like I'm saying when you watch the two teams, it's clearly a better team. I'm not saying that they're over the course of the year better than West Coast.
So
I understand why they're not. 3 goals, 15, and 1 out on the full that should have been a goal. That's crazy.
I think both of these teams are fairly well placed.
Yeah,
Like for the rebuild.
Sure. I'm not getting stuck into West Coast for the rebuild. I'm just saying next year wooden spoon race. West Coast is certainly right in the middle of that.
I do agree. Like I take your point on the fact that Richmond have better like players still in the prime, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like you guys just do not have those like 25, 26-year-olds that are really doing anything.
They've also got players who can score
Yeah.
as well, but like not to a massive extent, but more so than we do.
That's why I don't know if you wanted me to share this, but you sent me a message saying like you could see, how did that not go through? Holy shit.
Another behind. Waterman's kicked 5 behinds and 1 out in the full.
That was just a tap-in finish. That's a
Oh,
Haaland.
I don't know. That one wasn't that easy. To try and time that off a volley, that's not easy.
Haaland could.
It's just, it gets worse when we've kicked 3 goals 16. Do you say Haaland would have done it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Haaland would have.
You sent me a text saying I wouldn't rule out Heath Melody with West Coast's first pick, and I agree with you. But like, surely you are also just desperate for that small forward.
So I'm firmly on the Archie.
You
train,
want Archie?
Me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know if he'll be there.
Would you take Gus?
The appeal is lower for a Gus just because I don't really know where he fits into our team. But I do respect the best available approach when you're drafting that early. So I'm a little torn there.
Kick 7.
Oh wow. Wow. Oh. Sandy Brock, can't believe it.
The oversized flanker. That kind of stacks up with your claim there because he really shouldn't have let that be marked.
He's a tall, slow, decent runner, but not quick halfback flanker with a good left boot. And
He's one of those guys that you see him running around on the football field and you go like, gee, for his height, this guy's like pretty smooth.
Yes, exactly right. He's like a less gifted Lukosius.
Yeah, that's nice.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like Lukosius still has the better skills.
Lukosius has the better skills, but he's still quite bad.
Yeah. But it'd be like trying to play Lukosius on someone's third tall forward and expecting him to do a job.
100%. Doesn't have a defensive bone in his body.
No. And look, he could develop in time, but at the moment, that's what I'm seeing.
Who's better, McCarthy or Herbert?
McCarthy still.
Interesting. I thought you were going to say Herbert then.
Nah. Herbert looks aesthetic, and he hasn't played enough for me to get a real read on his potential.
Harley Reid.
Fucking hell. Herbert is much better in the contest. McCarthy is so slick, usually.
That midfield move from McCarthy for that was so fleeting.
Yeah,
It was like, this isn't going to work.
Abort mission straight away.
Yeah.
Harley
Harley.
as well. He's so clean. McCarthy's ball use and intercept marking is probably what makes him more valuable than Herbert. Herbert is much more physical and probably needs to add more tricks, but he's a low meters gain player, Herbert, at this early point. But he's only played 5 games, so I'm not putting a cap on him too
Looks
much.
like a good retention guy. Like he hits those short targets.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the most like penetrative kick or anything like that.
No, if he can become a good stopper, like at least a serviceable one-on-one player, then I think we have a serious player, to be honest. Like if you can do both, you're a good player.
Nankervis, you're like spot on. These are round the ground stoppages. He's just bodying Bailey Williams.
Yeah.
He goes Taranto on Starcevic. Oh, that could be. Yeah. I thought they was going to pay that. Just didn't disguise that well enough. He should have, I reckon Starcevic should have taken possession there and then just walked it over.
Somebody's asking, like, what's the behinds record? Well, we saw Eagles and North. There was like 1 goal 15, I think, at one point in that game. The most behinds in a game, I reckon, somebody can look it up, is 41 by Hawthorn.
41?
But they also kicked like 20 goals.
Oh, that is a terrible kick.
It might work out.
That was way too cute.
Yeah, it was. He was in a bad position for the kick, though, Waterman. Like, there was... Well,
it's true.
Where can you put the advantage to?
He needed to be honest, the ball carrier there just needed to sit on the ball for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Just be patient. Oh, wow.
Eli has dropped a super chat here, as I'll just sort of let this play unfold. Graham's been wrapped up and Richmond get out of trouble.
It's a good shout.
Again.
It's a good shout from Eli here.
Yeah, thank you, Eli.
On the wooden spoon chat, I think Port Adelaide could be dragged into the race, considering they will have no Butters, especially if he goes to Richmond. It's a really tough one because they
could take Richmond out of the race too. So, in essence, makes it more likely that it's Port Adelaide.
Like they could actually leapfrog Port Adelaide.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's hard because they've actually performed pretty well this year, Port Adelaide. Like
and
overall.
They're without Butters right now too.
Yeah, and they're without Rosie. So they'll get Rose. In some ways, like the Butters out is mitigated by Rosie back in.
Slight downgrade.
It's a downgrade.
Yeah,
it's a downgrade, but like it's an important player. It's your captain.
Yeah.
I think like Horn Francis has had a really good season. So I suppose there's a little bit of like, will you get that? You know, he's been fit most of the season, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he got rubbed out the same week that Butters got injured. But I think he's played most of the year, yeah.
Oh, Watermouth was going to mark that. Jaden Short, what's he doing there?
We found a Richmond player. That's crazy. Is that Steely Green?
No, that was Rechko.
Steely Green there? I haven't seen him today.
No, I don't think he's in the team. I think he got dropped. Nank tries to charge through, can't get there. Kelly, good pickup,
well done.
Good hands. And Duff Tytler. That's what, I know that wasn't like an amazing play by Duff Tytler or anything, but like he can be involved in those chains, and Shanahan gets front position and he has to kick this goal, I'm going to say. He has to kick this goal.
So Pat Kazza says, how can you say North have done well? They've regressed massively. I'll clarify while you take a sip. Your estimations of Port were so low that you're pleasantly surprised at how good they are.
Oh, Port, I thought you said North.
No, Port.
I'm not impressed with where they are on the ladder. I'm impressed by their performance in game.
Yeah, I am too. That's why I don't feel like they're a genuine spoon. You have to have them in the conversation. I don't think they'll win the spoon next year though.
It depends what happens off seas. He's missed.
Shank.
Bloody hell. Georgiades.
Shanker.
Yeah, not Shanahan's, but Shanker hands.
PBJL Lee says, I woke up at 5 a.m. for this. I can relate to that. I got up at 4 a.m. to watch Eagles games, and sometimes we lose by over 100.
Wilbur the Pair says, no way Port get wooden spoon. I don't think you will either, but riddle me this. You lose Butters. Mm-hmm. You lose Georgiades.
He's contracted for next year.
Yeah, he won't.
Oh, great Mark Cooper.
Yeah, you won't. Yeah, I actually agree.
Yeah.
Forget my point.
He's likely to resign too. That was not a great kick. But either way, not in the frame to move next year.
I think also...
Cochrane.
Yeah, Cochrane comes... I mean, I don't know how much he's going to do in his first year, but I think Berry's getting better. Exciting times.
Berry's great, yeah.
They might lose Butters and get Harry Van Hatten and Dougie Cochrane.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, who do you think Port would go at pick one?
It's actually really interesting. I think Harry.
Harry's a good shout, yeah.
I think Harry.
Yeah. Be some temptation to go Teixeira or Butler as well, though.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I think they would take...
Yeah.
I think they would take... Harry.
Seth Campbell. He loves playing West Coast, but he's a very good player anyway.
It's a poor kick.
I don't think Port would win the Spoon. My prediction is West Coast next year.
That was your prediction this year, though.
It was, yeah. And if it weren't for injury crises, Dylan, it's not like I'm a million miles off.
No, but they've been quite a bit better than you tipped them. How many games have they won?
They've been somewhat better than I've tipped them. They won
Yeah.
4 games. Four games wins you the wooden spoon most years.
As we spoke about a lot in the off season, this year has really, really, really like the gap between the bad teams has never been greater.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
it's so big. So
Yeah.
as much as I agree with you, like the West Coast have been much better than expected and they've overperformed, they're still so far off the top teams.
Other than this era of North, West Coast, and now Richmond, and I suppose Essendon, right? But 4 wins generally would get you the. It used to get you a priority pick.
Yeah, I know.
So,
And
like-
now it feels like you've had a great year.
West Coast have improved. Don't get me wrong, but let's not act like they've really moved up several tiers in the AFL. They're still dog shit.
Well, that's what I think about North Melbourne as well. Clear improvement,
yeah,
but there's not much going on there.
That's true.
I think the only thing that's really made North look like they've had clear improvement is that I think there's 2 things. There's not getting absolutely dicked by the top team.
Yeah.
Is number one, and the second thing is they've kind of created a little bit of a gap between them and the really shit teams.
Yeah.
like they didn't lose to any of the. Well, they lost to you. That was it.
Who? Sorry.
North lost to you.
Yeah, it's true.
We lost to the Eagles.
Yeah. I do want to say, like, I really like McQualter. I think he's doing a great job. I think West Coast have improved, so I don't want to contradict anything I've said this year. I'm saying next year, let's be real, this is not a good team, and they're not going to be much better next year.
Lynch. Good matchup on Starcevic. They move the ball quickly. They look more dangerous than you guys when they go forward, 100%. They're just never forward.
And
Like, this is a goal.
there's 2...
There he is. Tyler Sonsi.
there'd be 2 players in violation of the offside rule if it was in. That's how open it was for Richmond.
Tyler Sonsi to put the dagger in West Coast hearts. I know you hated a lot about that sentence. You hated that I said West Coast.
Oh, yeah, true. No, I didn't even notice.
It's a goal.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh. How many goals has Tyler Sonsi kicked this year?
They were all against West Coast. You can bet. I reckon he kicked 1 or 2 against
I've got a
us.
serious update here.
Yeah?
I've just had a message from Felix come through. He's at the Dougie Cochrane game
Okay.
in the Sandful, the
Yeah.
league debut. Half time, Dougie Cochrane is yet to touch the footy.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you were going to say he'd had 7.
Yeah, I know. Let's be fair, though. Let's be fair. He's come back from a long
Wait, it's a
time off.
league debut and it's his first game of
It's
the
not,
year.
sorry, it's not a league debut. He's played league before.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry.
it's I might have
still
said that.
still playing league though, right?
Playing league.
Yeah, so-
Playing senior football.
Yeah. What position do you reckon he's playing today?
I reckon forward.
Okay.
I doubt they're getting him to do a ton of running.
Oh yeah, surely. Yeah.
Uh,
What was his injury?
That's a really good question, Jesse, that I should know the answer to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it stress fractures? I feel like it wasn't
Maybe,
like a
yeah.
knee or something.
No, I don't think it was a knee.
Let's go with stress. Duff Tytler.
A double touch.
See that? Like Taranto can do that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's just so easy to open up West Coast, but that was also self-inflicted, that one.
That was. Who's that on the ground? Good tackle by Yohan Lawler. Marcus,
I feel like
the herbivore.
West Coast could break here. They're not an overly resilient team.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that we streamed it last year, West Coast and Richmond last year?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it got bad.
It was kind of like this at this point of the game, and then we got, well, maybe a little bit earlier.
That was in Perth, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we didn't give up as such. We lost our heads. So this will be a
Yeah.
challenge not to get slaughtered. If we can keep this to a 4-goal loss,
you can't get
from here,
slaughtered.
that's probably about right.
You can't get slaughtered by Richmond.
No,
and when I say that, you can.
But there are danger signs, Dylan. and I'm seeing them.
What are actually, let us know in the chat, like, what are West Coast fans thinking about this game? This would be
I think they're stoked with 3 goals, 17.
fucking driving me up the wall if I was a West Coast fan.
I don't find myself too emotional, but I do find that does happen when we're on camera and I live stream. I detach a little bit as well.
Yeah. And then people accuse you of not being a real fan.
Yeah.
Or
How
was
could you
that
not
just me?
Yeah.
Knee tendonitis.
Thank you, producer.
Yep.
New Heaven says I'm numb to this. That's probably how I feel too.
Yeah. Well, I get like that with North all the time.
Yeah. You think I haven't seen this before? You think I didn't see this every week this year?
I find it so like North fans that are like overly optimistic. I almost I don't understand. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, go for it, do it. I'm not criticizing them at all, but I don't know how you can get yourself into that headspace. Like, what would make you think that there's anything optimistic about this? Here we go.
Oh my God, I can't believe he kicked that. No, he missed.
He missed.
Did he miss?
No, he got
No, he's just acting like he missed. He's used to doing that. So it was just a circuit fight. And he's like, oh, I've had a shot for goal. I better go. Oh, no.
Did that celebration come from American sports? Like, I reckon you see that a lot more now, where they kind of like they kick a goal and they kind of do that. Like Will Day does it a lot, where he kind of like grabs his teammate and kind of like yells at them. Or does that sort of like
I reckon
pump
that's
up thing.
You're right. I get what you're saying. I reckon Waterman's filthy on himself. I think that was a release of frustration.
Oh, really?
He's done that. Remember he did that against you guys, I think?
Oh, okay.
He like screams like to let out the frustration. He's clearly in his head. He is such a gun too. Like if he was kicking straight, he'd be in the All-Australian team.
I think he said, let's fucking go.
Surely not. Read the room, Jake.
I think so.
You're getting pantsed by Richmond. You've kicked 1 goal 6. You can't say let's fucking go. I don't think so.
I know, but he could, like, in the sense, you know,
Yeah,
like,
as a rev up.
like kind of like a fuck all this shit that went before it. let's fucking go. Yeah, like,
Oh God. Well, mate, they need to play with delusion to have a hope, don't they?
They do.
They can't be self-aware. West Coast.
Harley Reid goes wide, and it's a little too wide, and there's a lasso rule. We've got Nick Vloston. He had a contest earlier. You were saying something, so I didn't want to rain on your parade.
Yeah.
He's having a poor game.
Right. I didn't really notice, but fair.
Sammy.
Verge says people can't hype their own team up. Oh no, I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to criticize him for that. Just the specific wording of "let's fucking go" seems like, yeah, we got this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that part's like
too confident.
Important. Yeah,
Too confident.
Yeah, it's not a time for celebration.
I think he was I don't know if he even said it.
No,
I was just trying to lip read, and I thought he said something like that. But
as I said, I think it was more a release of frustration because it's been a terrible day.
You know, you got to have a look at all your weaponry that you can use too, right? Like if that's what he's got to do, that's what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Gillizzy says, where on earth was Bazo's prior opportunity? Was that the Lawler free kick? I think it was.
It's already escaped me.
Houghton,
What happened there?
to Ross, to Banks. They look forward. It's touched. It's going to be one of those precarious balls. Foul. Nice tapped into Cum
Well
Dog.
done, Stars.
Great tackle. Well, he's one of those players. You know, we talked about West Coast players like nobody being in their prime. There's one.
Yeah.
And there's a is
Fat
that
lot
not
of
a
good it
player
does.
that's sorry?
Said fat lot of good it does.
Well, is that not a player when you talk about injuries? Is that not a player that's a big in for you next year? Because he's really done nothing.
I don't think he's a big in, to be honest. I think he's a good defender. I think he's a limited player, and I think he's a reliable, good leader that does improve us. But he doesn't do enough for us to move up the ladder, if that's what you're getting at. Like we haven't.
Yeah. Oh, Samson Ryan on making.
Oh,
that's it. That's ball.
He's an important player. He makes mistakes like anyone. He's not overly clean, but he's a good defender.
I wonder
just
how
how
much of
sort of players-
his performance this year is a lack of confidence with the body. Because I think he's a pretty above average player.
With the ball in hand, he's been pretty dreadful this year, I would say. As a defender and a leader, he's been rock solid. I don't see him. We're talking about moving West Coast up the ladder, by the way, and not trying to knock Sarcevic. It's just like having a great lockdown small. It's not something you'd put into the conversation for the next year's ladder, right? Desmond's getting some treatment.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You know when we did the Adelaide Crows video? And
Have you put Richmond's scarf in your shot on purpose?
No.
That's good though.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Lawler,
mate.
He won't miss
regulation
that.
goal.
He will not miss that. Sammy L. the GOAT. And this is a beautiful time for me to plug up the BENQ TK705 STI projector. Our beautiful, beautiful thing. If you can see that on the screen right now, we're looking at this in 4K in Ultra HD. A cinematic optical illusion on our wall, Jesse.
It is brilliant. I'm watching the Eagles get pumped in all kinds of resolution. I don't know the languages. I don't know how to say it.
In 3096 pixels.
Yeah.
I think it's about that.
It is awesome, though. I love this. And it has changed the way.
I love this.
I love the BENQ TK705 STI. It is awesome. And finals just around the corner. We are going to be live streaming every weekend for the rest of the year.
We are. Do you have any games that we've got coming up?
I know we're going to do Melbourne and Fremantle next week. That'll be
Melbourne
a
and
good
Freo. So that is, let me check my calendar. That one is not literally my calendar, but that's Saturday, 1:15.
Yeah, that's right.
Round 23 we'll be doing...
We haven't actually locked those in. I suggest some to you because the fixture was floating, remember?
I think we need to do St Kilda and Carlton.
Okay.
But that's next week, isn't it?
It is.
How locked in are we to the Melbourne Freo game?
It's a good question. Probably a conversation we have off camera because there's other...
No, let's do it now.
There's other parties involved, right? But yeah, Carlton St Kilda would be large, wouldn't it?
That'd be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know when it is.
I reckon that there's a Hawthorn-Collingwood game coming up as well.
So the St Kilda Carlton game is Sunday, 7:20.
Yeah.
Sunday night.
I mean, we could go doubleheader.
We could.
That's your call.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. And then there's Hawthorn Brisbane coming up. We haven't locked these in, but
Ooh, that's big too. That's top 4.
yeah.
If Brisbane lose that, they're probably not making top 4.
Yeah, unless like GWS knock off Adelaide in the final round, anything's still possible.
Jeez. Broad.
7CJMS says Don's number 1 pick. Yeah, well, now this is put Essendon with pick 1 currently.
I mean, this game is not over, but it's getting more and more...
It does feel it. There's a... what's the word?
Oh, Campbell's pace.
What's the word? Inevitableness about this game, isn't there?
Oh, he's got to get rid of it.
At the start of the game, I felt that inevitableness.
The part that's looking improbable to me for West Coast is the fact that they're going to have to kick another 4 goals essentially to win this game.
Double our score.
Yeah, and you've only kicked 4 up until this point, which,
Yeah.
you know, I've seen that happen before. 4 goals, 17 on a relatively dry, unbreezy day in Melbourne.
Yeah, I don't think conditions are a factor today.
But skills certainly are.
Yeah, skills are a factor. Job doesn't fly for it,
Yeah,
interestingly.
that was weird. Waterman.
Oh, no.
Waterman. No, he's missed it.
Out in the pool nearly. Inevitability, thank you. Did I say inevitableness? I think I did.
Yeah, you did, but, 4 goals, 18. You're drunk on torture. Is that a thing?
It worked. Tom Sardo says, my mate at the ground has said it's very windy. Yeah, fair enough.
that's sure. Not affecting Richmond,
Yeah, I think it's raining.
yeah. Somebody... I just had this joke come into my head, like somebody dipped the ball in. What's that like?
Vaseline.
What's that butter? Like it's not butter. It's like I can't think of the word.
Margarine?
No, not margarine. Oh shit! I ruined the joke.
No.
You're like, no, it's good.
The thing is, when West Coast get the ball, I don't even get excited for what could happen next.
Oh, here we go.
There's no threat. I say that as we take a mark in the goal square, but 18 more of these and we'll hit the front.
I'm just Googling butter type. Butter.
Why?
Products.
Yeah. Butter products.
Butter type products. Ghee.
Ah.
Ghee. Somebody dipped the ball in ghee.
I've never heard of... Well, maybe you have. What is it?
You've never heard of ghee?
Is it a brand?
No, it's a let's Google that. It came into my head just at the right time. Ghee. Ghee butter. Oh,
Keep saying ghee.
It is a type of butter. It's a type of clarified butter
Thank
originating from ancient India. made by simmering unsalted butter until the water evaporates and milk solids brown, leaving a pure golden butterfat with a rich nutty flavour. It is naturally lactose-free, shelf-stable, and features a high smoke point, approximately 250 degrees Celsius.
You could have just said clarified butter. But thank you.
Okay.
So many people in the chat knew what it was. Clearly, I'm uncultured. Clearly, I don't cook that much.
Adds a sensational product.
What do you reckon? Richmond's got the Shackers sign there. Do you reckon that means chill, as in just like don't concede?
I reckon it means...
Take the sting out of the game?
I reckon it means free ball it. Like...
Free ball it?
As in...
Take your jocks off.
Yeah, just get them out there. Get your nuts. No, I reckon
so many people say free ball when I think they mean freewheel.
Yeah.
Free ball is...
They're interchangeable.
They are not interchangeable.
They are interchangeable. You can say free ball when you mean freestyle. Freewheel.
But it's just... Yeah, okay.
I reckon that is like, don't save the game.
Okay. Why? What? But what about the symbol, do you think?
It doesn't mean any... It doesn't have to make sense.
I suppose you're right. It actually doesn't.
Did he miss?
Yeah, hit the post.
Like as in, you've got a minute to go, essentially, at that point. Don't go into save the game mode because you'll get burnt.
Fair.
I have no idea.
Yeah. The West Coast might kick it behind.
I'm just talking. Just saying words.
No, you're right. I did ask you what you thought the sign meant. That was a good answer. I kind of thought it meant safe. But the way they're playing...
Oh, you thought not safe?
Well, because it's chill. Yeah. I'm cool. Wait.
Yeah, okay. So batten down the hatches.
I think that's something very different. I'm going to stop making that hand signal.
I've still got gi up on my computer.
Wait a minute. Did the hand go like that or did it go like that?
That.
That is something very different.
Yeah, it's like free ball.
I think it's...
It was that. Not that. That's the Hawaiian...
Yeah, there's a whole other third meaning here that I'm not going to say out loud. 3/4 time in one of the best games you've ever seen.
We've got 168 people in the chat. Richmond lead the West Coast Eagles by 12 points at 3/4 time. Richmond needed this performance, I feel, but at the same time, they are throwing away pick one.
They are.
As we speak.
Equally, I think West Coast needed a result here. And it's going to be interesting to finish the season for West Coast with just the 4 wins, having not won a game in the second half of the year. Do you reflect on that as a good year, even though there's been a lot of talk about the positivity? I don't know. Like this, to lose this, I think is quite sour.
If you're West Coast, you've got to focus in on the positives, and the positives are you've got from a whole club perspective, you've got the recruiting really, really good. Dersman's been awesome. Harley Reid's been awesome. Cooper Duff-Titler's starting to have some performances. So you look at those types of things, but it's not been you couldn't with a straight face say it's been like an exciting year. No,
not exciting. No. If anything, the being more competitive and in more games this year has led to more anguish.
Yeah.
So excitement is not the right word. Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting McQualter's job under question at all, but I'm just saying as a fan base, we'll finish this season bleaker than a 4-win season should feel after last year.
How do you, on the McQualter conversation, because there's been a lot around that with him. He was the one that missed the Richmond job from memory.
Yeah. He was the caretaker coach.
He was the caretaker coach. So he was somewhat in line for that job and didn't get it. And then who has been better? Are you pretty happy that you guys have got McQualter?
Yeah, I think the issues at West Coast are far deeper than whether our coach is doing a good job.
What about Uze on the flip side?
Again, he's probably been more hampered or hamstrung, to use a pun, than McQualter, and I'd argue we almost don't have enough detail on him.
I agree. I would say though, and this kind of spins back into what I was saying about what we think is going to happen next year. I'm not sure how much he's been hampered from a wins-loss perspective. I still think he could have coached. I think he's not necessarily coaching that well on a game-to-game perspective. I think the players that they've been missing is more of a whole club conversation. He's probably had a poor year.
Sure, but a lack of continuity and forced changes every week does make his job harder, right? True. So I think
it makes the message harder to believe in too.
Yeah. I think he's safe if they win this, but on the other hand, and I'm not saying he should be sacked, but the question is whether he'll be sacked as a prediction, right? 2 wins is pretty bleak. We've become a little desensitized to that. But how many 2-win seasons have Richmond had in their history?
So this would be 3, right?
Yeah. I mean, if they lost this game.
If they lost this
if they
game.
lost this game, they would finish on 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good. And so what did they win last year?
They won 5 last year. I want to say maybe 24. They did only win 2 though.
Yeah.
But doesn't make it better.
No.
Yeah.
It's really difficult because obviously these rebuilds are, I feel like if anything, they're getting longer and longer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And you're further back from the pack.
Like Fremantle's took like the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
And they did it pretty well. There was some bad decisions, and I just did an Instagram post on it. Like things went wrong, but other than that, they actually did more right than wrong.
And it's rare that the coach that starts that process is the one that's still there. Like obviously Longmuir wasn't the one
that's right. Yeah,
that jumped on the rebuild at the beginning. So
that's true.
You've got to show something. Like you do. You have to, and that's what, like, we have this conversation around the lower coaches. Like, is there much more that Adam Muse could have done? No, but how do you turn a 2-win season into a 5-win season? I think that's the small margins that you're looking at.
Yeah. Getting some players back would help.
It would help.
Yeah.
It would help. We do have a super chat here.
We do. Matt Weber, thank you so much. He says, if we lose this game, do you think West Coast need to go hard this trade period to keep our young guns engaged, or do we stay quiet this year and push hard for 2027? That's a really good question.
I don't think this game matters in isolation, but I think you can have that conversation around what you do in the off season. So if we lose, do you think West Coast need to go hard this trade period to keep our young guns engaged?
Well, I think the biggest result from today will be morale, more so than anything else, right?
Yeah.
And I think there is a bit of a thread of like, fuck, like we suck. And for the playing group.
I strongly think that West Coast need that kind of Lockie Neal type player. It doesn't have to be Lockie Neal. Just you need a Luke Parker type signing.
But someone who's going to stay good for a bit.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't mean all Australian quality. I just mean like don't become Darcy Parish.
Yeah, but I think you've gone for, like, for example, Dev Robertson, with all respect to Robertson and Schoenberg and McRae, just not good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
like, what are they?
In a sense, he makes West Coast better, but yeah, he's not going to be part of the team that's good.
Yeah, and does anybody run out alongside Dev Robertson and go like, "Oh, I'm playing with this guy"? You do
maybe,
with Luke. You do with Luke Parker,
not to the same extent. Yeah, that's apples and oranges.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's with the Brisbane rebuild, it's the Grant Birchall, Luke Hodge, someone that's got a lot of respect for having been in a successful team, been an important part of that team. You know what I mean?
I think what West Coast lack more than anything is the ability to score. Right, so the quickest way to make us more engaged is to score more. And to do that, you need to invest in the front half. And that's what we need to do.
Yep.
Now, the problem with that is you could think, could we get some cheap options to improve what we have, or do you spend big? And I feel like if you spend cheap, you get Matt Ellis.
Yeah.
You could get a Corey Durden. Corey Durden would be great. He would make West Coast better.
He's doing well. He's not that good, though.
No, but otherwise you need to spend pretty decent capital to get those.
So who are we talking with?
Well, for me, it's Archie Butler.
Yeah, okay.
But I think.
What about an Artie Jones?
I don't know if he's big, but excuse me, I spat everywhere. You have to spend probably a second rounder for Artie Jones.
Yeah, that's not big. I think that's okay.
No, but I think we're also in the period of wanting to keep our second picks sacrosanct.
Sure.
So
you'll also have that. You'll have that compensation, which helps. That should have been a free kick.
Yeah, that's true.
Hoff.
That's true.
Yeah, I think the compensation helps for this.
Yeah.
Good
we also need a bit of a win with our NGAs who are producing small forwards to get someone come in and be better than expected would be nice. We got quite a few.
Yeah, for sure. Eli Louth says Jack Crisp, Jesse.
For West Coast? As a defender midfielder? Would he spend enough time as a midfielder to make that worth it?
Yeah.
At his age?
It doesn't have to be a big-bodied mid. Like, we got Luke Parker, played his first season as a mid. Now he's a bloody rebounding defender. And he's, like,
that's true.
Awesome at that as well. I don't know. Like,
I wouldn't say no to Jack Crisp. That's true.
Yeah, or still side bottom.
Yeah. Yep.
Could just play wing. Like, it's not even about...
Side bottom would be great, actually.
Yeah. He's a Marcus Herbert type.
Yeah, a little bit, actually.
He actually is. Is there any chance you can win this game? Last quarter has started.
Yeah, but I really don't think we will. Like, you can't say we can't win this game, but this is only going one way, in my opinion. Especially when you have dominance in terms of territory and just can't score. Like, what's going to happen when the territory momentum stops?
Yeah.
We concede extremely easily.
Oh, Sam, okay. So just in that passage while we were speaking, Tyler Sonsi gets the ball out on the wing. He's absolute concrete boots. Did Tom Lynch just get falconed then?
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, well done by Grill. It's over.
That was really poor play from Richmond and it ended in a goal. Sam Lawler's kick was woeful.
Can I start back with the Tyler Sonsi?
Sure,
So
yeah.
Tyler Sonsi in the lead boots on the wing, he can't run around his man. He has to swing back inside, just dump kicks it, and then Sam Lawler takes a contested mark. Here we go. Here's a contested mark. Huge.
Yeah.
Just brought it down.
Good mark.
Then the kick inside could have been cut off. What happened here? Who's that?
Yeah,
Bazzo.
so it's a poor kick from Lawler to a 3-on-1, basically. West Coast could have made that a 3-on-1.
Great
Failed
work
to
by
touch
Grill.
the ball. Tom Lynch gets falconed and still kicks the goal. Like, what is going on?
Got to give some credit to Grill there for that ground
Yeah,
ball.
I kind of actually missed that, to be honest. I was more focusing on just like the shambolicness of the rest of it.
What's Bazzo doing there?
Yeah, I don't know. Just misread the ball. Being generous.
Yeah.
I might go to the bathroom.
Go for it,
I missed
mate.
my 3/4 time break.
You don't have to come back if you don't want to.
Why are you taking your keys?
Oh, that reminded me of that Simpsons thing with the guy that and then you hear the footsteps Oh, Ralph Smith drives it inside 50. Good spoil there by Tyler Young. Let's get to this chat. Let's see what's going on. Jesus Christ. Also, Marek needs to go. He's shocking. I reckon Marek is... I know Jesse's not with me on this. I reckon he's shocking as well. I reckon he's the epitome of that tall, athletic-looking player that just isn't and plays with no physicality. He's a... I will when you get back. I'll say it to you again. I don't believe in him. I really don't believe in him. Frost heard Joshua says, I didn't realise West Coast was this bad. Yeah, I suppose I didn't either. I tipped them. I thought that they would do a lot better job than this. Nankervis going for Richmond's 11th goal of the game. It's been poor quality throughout, but it has been somewhat entertaining. I think these spoon bowls are. Nankervis kicks the goal. It's 72-48, and that is all she wrote. The Richmond fan in the crowd holds the cop that sign. I can't believe this. This is getting... It's starting to get ugly. It's starting to get ugly. I cannot believe it. Sandy Brock fucking sucks, says Riffs. Yeah, I'd agree with that too. I mean, let's be real. There's a lot of areas that need work for this West Coast team personnel-wise. Like, you've got... I think like we were talking about it before, Bazzo's shown a bit. I don't think Jesse's overly convinced, but he's shown a bit. They need Edwards to come back. I don't know about Tyler Young. Like, I'm not convinced that he's a good player. I'll wait for you to get back. I'm not convinced by him though. Ironcroft says 5 goals 18 is rough. Damn right, it's rough.
Can I just say?
Yep.
I was mocked for my Jessimism.
You were.
And I'm right again.
In fairness,
No.
might I add, in fairness, with this West Coast team, you're most likely going to be right.
Yeah, and I am.
Yeah.
Is there more to add?
No, that's it. This is shocking.
I heard conversations about Marek and Bazzo and Young, I guess, as well. Let's start with Marek. Marek, I don't think will make it. I think the truth though is he has traits to be a good player, but he needs a role carved out for him. If he was at Hawthorn, he'd be good.
Yeah,
and I think his best role is honestly like third tall.
I agree
forward.
with you. I agree that you like a good team with a good coach with some role clarity would get the best out of him.
Exactly.
I'm not 100% sure he'd make it, but I like there's something there.
Well, I think he's Gunston, not on quality, but the player. But he's being asked to play. Firstly, Bashar Hooley is the role we put him in, right?
There's also an element with these teams, these lower teams, and North are in the same thing where like they recruit a player in, and they kind of say it's almost like a natural selection thing, and they throw everybody out into the field and they go like, play, and it's like who can show us something, and he struggles with that.
Yeah. So I think my prediction is that West Coast continue to play him in this wing role, and while I don't think he's the worst player we have, I can't see him being a long-term player if we just play him like that.
Yep.
We are crying out for guys who can hit the scoreboard, and that is actually something he did demonstrate early.
Yeah.
I would have at least tried that. But my prediction is probably won't be around in 3 years. He has just signed another 2-year deal, though.
What about Young?
Young's a stopgap and only ever was. I don't think he is... I think he's been better lately. I think he's getting exposed in this game where Richmond are just killing us on the rebound.
They love him too, don't they? Love exposing him.
Yeah. I don't think he's a particularly strong defender. I think he's actually pretty decent at rebounding and accumulating, strangely. It's just not what we really need. He's not... He's probably unfairly maligned, but yeah, just clearly not.
I don't really like defenders that... It's been a trend, obviously, in the game because intercept marking and winning the ball back's become such a huge part of the game. But then there's too many guys flicking around that can read the game a bit, can peel off an intercept. But then as soon as they're exposed one-on-one, they get absolutely physically dominated.
Yeah, you've got to be good at your main job.
Yeah.
You can't just be better at rebounding.
If you look at guys like look at the Hawthorn defense with...
oh, God. Oh, it's a goal too.
That is a goal.
Well done, Liam Duggan. It just didn't look pretty.
It didn't look pretty.
Maybe we need to get the ball away from Waterman and get it to Liam Duggan.
Get it to Liam Duggan. This is the answer.
Goal. Good goal.
Yeah, credit where credit's due. What we doing? Like the Hawthorn defence, right? Like so, Battle and Barris can both intercept the ball, but God, they're good at like just shutting somebody out as well.
Yeah,
those two.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of fundamentally what you need to do, right?
Yeah.
And who was the other one? We went Marich. We went Young. There's somebody else in there. Might have been Bazo. Yeah, we've kind of talked about him a lot.
Yeah. He's coming from so far back. He's had a lot of bad luck, and I think he's absolutely passed the test with flying colours.
Yay, Duggan. We need JK to be our forwards coach, says David Jones. Do you think it's a coaching thing or it's a personnel thing?
On our inability to score, I think it's a team thing and a personnel thing. It's the way we rely on playing and forcing a congested forward 50 that makes it hard for our forwards anyway. Yep. We also don't have talented forwards. The talls are fine. Like Jake is great. Yeah. Job is a good young talent. And then, we've drafted well, I think, with Cooper. So the future, it's fine. But we don't have a ground level player. Milan is not a good small forward when he gets the ball. He's much better with his general energy and defensive pressure. But and he's a fine player. Not trying to diss him, but if in terms of actually scoring goals, he's not the most dangerous player.
Yeah, well,
his skills are pretty poor.
I would argue that the game now is a ground level game.
Yeah,
particularly inside 50. That's why you're seeing Nick Watson second in the Coleman. There's still a lot of key forwards that kick goals, but I reckon I haven't done this, so I shouldn't really say it, but if you did an exercise where you looked at every team's goal kicking, I reckon the distribution percentage of smalls to talls of goal output would be
shifting
to smalls.
Well, you can see that with Nick Watson now.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Watson's kind of the...
What might shift that the other way is the fact that some of the better small forwards are playing midfield too now. Like Cozzy is playing as a midfield, Rankin's playing as a midfielder.
Yeah, that's true.
They still kick goals, but imagine if Cozzy was just a forward 50 player, he'd go close to 60 goals in a season.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, you just don't get those. You don't win a centre clearance, kick it in and get a clean mark very often. You know what I mean? In situations, it's going to hit the ground at some point.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether it's an assist or whatever, the ball will hit the ground and you have to win a ground level contest at some point. If you can't do that, you're not going to have a good team.
Absolutely. But I will also say, I totally get why West Coast has left it to last. I do think it's the icing on top that you finish that makes you a better team quickly, rather than getting in.
Yep.
If we'd started started this rebuild with Nick Watson and Archie Butler, random small forwards, no one getting them the ball, it wouldn't have made any sense.
Yeah, no, that's
They can also
true.
impact in their first and second season.
And there's no point just getting a small forward. Like obviously in the Dersma draft and the Harley Reid draft, you took the right guys.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything in that.
Ball users inside 50 is also part of the equation here for us. Like our entries are also ugly.
Yeah. I think even like that's where I'd like to see Harley be used in that more of a like forward mid role, where he gets a little bit more like he still has to win his contests and relies on his strengths, but he can actually use the ball in space.
Yeah.
I feel like every time you see him kicking the ball, he's just like he's got guys hanging off his arms.
Yeah, but the gap to West Coast's next best midfielder is too enormous, so they can't afford to. While there's something to be played for now, from next week, I would probably play Harley more forward.
Yes.
Who do we have next week? Is it Collingwood next week? I think it is.
Yeah, sounds about right. What's about Lynch kicks this?
Probably. Looks good.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, no, I thought it was going to come back.
It's missed.
He's got a weird kick on him, doesn't it?
He has a weird kick.
He's one of those guys to me, like he could miss a goal from 30 directly in front, and I'd have no confidence he'd kick a goal from there. But he gets... The further you go back into the wings, I'm more confident he's going to kick the goal.
Great mark, Job. Yeah.
Joby.
I also want to say that if anyone thinks this is West Coast, like the numbers are all West Coast way, if anyone thinks this is West Coast, like just can't quite finish off their work and should be winning,
bigger than that.
Richmond are totally in control. This happens every time we play them. We are ahead in all the stats. We get more inside 50s. But when West Coast has been inside 50, other than the actual kick for goal,
it doesn't look like they're going to... Yeah.
Nah. You could have West Coast streaming in with players free from 70 metres out and you just don't think it's going to be a goal.
No.
So this is nothing to do with...
We've said it multiple times. Like Richmond will start to charge forward and you're like, this looks dangerous. This is the first time the game's looked dangerous.
Absolutely. There is no way West Coast can kick 3 more goals.
Yeah.
Well, unless something shifts in the game, which is possible. I thought that was clearly
out on the full.
Lasso.
I thought it was out in the full.
It could be either, but I thought it definitely came off the Richmond boot. I think you paid that Lasso.
It's out on the full. It's off Ralph Smith.
It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if it's out in the full, though.
No, actually, yeah, you're right. But they've thrown it in.
What? I guess the idea was that our play touched it last, but I think that was unlikely from the replay. I don't know.
It's actually another player I always forget about with Richmond, who's in the kind of prime age group and quite good, is Jack Ross. Like, he's not a star, but he's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Good mark, or nearly mark. Ralph Smith again, he's butchered.
Richmond are out. So this happens every time.
That's a free kick.
It's possibly a free kick, yep.
Has to be.
Every time Richmond turn the ball over, they look like they're going to score.
Yep.
And that's just the way they play every time against us.
How many's Lawler kicked today?
1?
Is that all?
I don't know.
I feel like he's kicked a
I
couple.
didn't notice. Who was playing?
Don't massacre my boy.
This would be... Oh, he's kicked 2. He's kicked 2.
So this would be 3.
Yeah.
Hugo Ralph Smith 2. Nobody saw that coming. 14 and 2 for the young ex-mulleted boy.
Taranto 11 clearances, followed by Harley with 8.
Waterman 2 goals 6.
And 1 out in the full from 15 out. Or 20 out. It's a goal.
God, he's
he's hit the post.
He's such a nice kick of the football, Sam Lawler.
Yeah. People suggesting Darcy Jones is a target for West Coast. I think he's pretty heavily contracted, but yeah, that's exactly...
Yeah, if you could get him.
Yeah. I feel like it would be... Like what the Giants do so well is have the style that accommodates his strengths, and at the moment it's hard to see where Jones comes in and just does that for us. You know
True,
what I mean?
but I think he's played enough games now that he would have the confidence that he could improve this team. He's an excellent player in a position that you need. He could play mid, he could play forward. I think it'd be great. How old is he now? 22?
Yeah, was he 2022 draft?
I think so.
Yeah. So 20.
He wasn't super high, was he?
Lynch. I reckon pick 21.
Yeah.
Because it was on my Instagram post.
Late
yesterday.
first.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, this is getting... I mean, it's not ugly on the scoreboard, but it's kind of ugly.
You feel like the damn wall could break here in the last 10 minutes, though.
Oh, you do. That Taranto tackle on Herbert stripped him. Nice little block from Lawler. And Bazzo gets exposed. He's
He's
missed.
missed 2. My God.
Maybe it is windy.
That didn't look wind affected.
It didn't. It just looked like a
It
shit
just looked
kick.
like a bad drop punt. Yeah.
The other game started too, Jesse.
Oh, Gold Coast and Melbourne.
That's right, yeah. Melbourne up by 17 points in the first quarter with 8 minutes to go, 24-7.
Okay.
Got the jump.
Would be a pretty big shock if Melbourne lost that one.
It would.
Notwithstanding their average form away from the G this year and Tassie.
Do you think Melbourne can realistically do anything this year? Could they make a prelim?
Yeah, maybe.
That's doing something, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We just need to define our terms. Winning a final is also doing something.
Yeah. I think that's probably, at this point in the season, that's kind of minimum expectation, I would say.
Yeah.
I know.
Especially when you're top 6. What the
I know, no matter what
Mate.
happens for Richmond now, that was terrible.
I don't even know what he's trying to do with that.
Bit of an inside out.
But the players everywhere were Richmond. there was not a single eagle in sight.
It's okay, mate.
It's inexplicable.
It's over. Oh, no. Anand goes long to Tom Lynch, 2-on-1. Oh, Young did okay there. He goes Ross. Yeah, it's one of those things where at the start of the season, the idea that Melbourne could play finals was fairly low.
Yeah.
But given how good they've been, the goalposts have moved on their expectations. They'd have to be targeting something like a prelim final.
Totally. Well, as I glance at our ladder there,
6th.
Prelim does feel...
Oh, that's
tough.
optimistic.
Yeah.
I know, but...
Yeah.
They would have to be internally going, we could shake up this final series.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they get someone at the G. If they get a Hawthorn. They've smashed Hawthorn twice this year.
Yeah,
I reckon finals would be different. But you'd still think that Melbourne are a chance of a bit of boil over there.
Absolutely.
So, you did sort of allude earlier in this stream that you think Richmond would go Harry and Essendon is less so. Essendon now have pick 1.
Yeah.
Who do you think they're leaning towards?
What do Essendon absolutely... What did we see Richmond do last year with pick 7 and 8? We went, are they going to take what was, sort of seen to be, from a consensus point of view, the top talents were probably... everyone had them pinned to... In fact, both of the players they picked were actually outside of what people expected. People thought Roby.
Mm-hmm.
People thought Xavier Taylor.
Yeah.
They were the 2 players most heavily linked to them.
Yeah.
And then they go, no, we're not going to do that. We need to get some speed into this team. We took Lawler. We took Josh Smiley as the 2 bigger bodied mids that don't have those fast feet. They went Cumming, he's got speed. They went Grill, he's got speed. Do Essendon, who have drafted Sharp, Farrow and Roby, do they do the exact same thing as Richmond here and go, well, we need to get some speed into this team. We need a Butler or we need a Teixeira?
Oh, that's a great goal. Sorry, Harvey Johnson just kicked a great goal. I think you go Butler or Teixeira if you're Essendon, honestly.
Because of that speed factor?
Yeah. And I just have a feeling they're going to take Archie. I think the appeal is going to be high. I think he's going to be a cult player as well.
I don't know how much that is pure narrative.
Maybe.
Because there's a lot
But they're
of...
a narrative club.
They are a narrative club. They're another emotional club, aren't
Yeah.
they? They want to get James Hird back. They want to get the Essendon thing. For some reason, this never gets talked about ever with draftees, but for some reason with Essendon, it matters a massive amount that he's a Bombers fan.
I think they all are, though.
Teixeira
is.
and
I
Butler
say
are.
all. Is
Harry
there a
Van
third that...
Harry Van Hattem's not a Bombers fan.
No, but is there somebody else who's a Bombers fan up early as well? I don't know.
Maybe.
Not sure.
Teixeira and Archie are...
Yes, I knew that much. Yep.
They're out.
Yeah.
They've been outed
Yeah.
as Bombers fans.
I think... Yeah, I don't know. I suppose, what's their future midfield?
Well, Roby.
Sharp.
Roby,
Farrow.
Sharp. I'd say Farrow, the jury's still out as a mid.
As a midfielder, sure.
He could be that. I think I do think that, but you probably couldn't have in the long term. Or Herbert, what's he doing? He's playing some basketball and he's fucked it. He absolutely fucked it so hard.
Jeez, man.
Starcevic has saved his ass.
I don't know what he was thinking. Thought he was better than he was, I reckon.
Yeah, it's not the VFL anymore.
No.
Okay, so you're going to want to have a mix. And I reckon that's what they've... Like, the one quick player they've got in that team is Kako. And that's why you see him have spurts through the midfield to try to inject some speed. Like, Parrish is done. Merritt's done. Durham's the other one. Durham's got decent pace. But, like...
Did you say Martin?
No, I didn't mention Martin.
Okay.
But he's more of a carrier. Yeah. He has got speed, though. So, yeah fair play. I suppose, okay, what if I made this call, though? What if Essendon went Harry Van Hattem? They just took that beast and went, I'll try and get like a Toby Krasner with the second pick.
Well, you're the draft guy. Do you think that's...
I love it. When it starts with that, I'm like, fuck you.
Well, I mean, do you think that's a... is Krasner...
He's not a Butler. They're different players. It's just speed.
Yeah. I don't know. The temptation to have that really high end forward, I think, in addition to Kako, just makes him so tough.
It'd take a lot of pressure off Kako.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, I think if I was betting, if someone said gun to my head, who do I think Essendon will take? I think I'd say Butler.
Yeah. I think so too, but that's just gut more so than logic. If you applied logic, you could go any of the three.
I had this I was watching. So Teixeira plays for St Kevin's yesterday. I watched him last week against Caulfield. They played Caulfield and it was the big decider game. So that game decided if Caulfield or St Kevin's were going to make the APS Grand Final. Teixeira was completely blanketed in that game. He kicked a late goal, absolute junk time goal. He barely touched the football. I don't know you don't get numbers in those games, so I don't know how many he had. I reckon it was 10 max. He did absolutely nothing. I was disappointed. I watched him this week. He kicks 4 goals. This is a dead rubber game now against Scotch. Kicks 4 goals in the first quarter, 4 kicks, 4 goals. He's the only player that's scored for St Kevin's.
Wow.
Second quarter, this is the interesting part. He's down, when he scores the 4 goals, he's got his army, the St Kevin's army is there. And they're cheering him on. They're going he's going top 5. All of the chants are happening. He goes down the other end to the Scotch end. They're hurling abuse at him. I heard someone yell out, how did you make All-Australian?
Really?
That kind of stuff.
Was it a kid that said that?
Yeah, kid.
Okay,
they're all,
that's all right.
they're all
I'm picturing it as adults.
no. But these are kids, because they have these little armies. So all the kids, they convolute?
Congregate.
Congregate. That's the word I'm looking for, yeah. Scary here for the Eagles again. They congregate around the...
Oh, I was going to say that would have been goal of the year. Or a contender.
Or point of the year.
Yeah, I think it was out in the full.
They're hurling abuse at him. No goals in the second quarter. And then again, went up the other end. He kicked some goals in that end. And then he was quite... I feel... And that the game, if you go back to the Caulfield game, the game in jeopardy for their season, he'd just come off getting named as the number 1 open pool player in Cal Toomey's list.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there's a lot in this. These are small little narrative things, but he's I feel like there's a part of him that's not necessarily coping with all the pressure.
Okay, interesting.
Of the situation that he's in.
Yeah. I thought he got a handball to that. Maybe not.
I don't know what that means as far as who takes him.
Yeah.
But I feel with Archie, you sort of he's the guy that Gus is the guy that's a little bit more. He's more tame. He's a quiet, sort of steely sort of a character.
Yeah.
He's not giving it all the big ones or anything like that. You could look at that positively or negatively from a personality point of view. Where Butler's he's getting in people's faces. If someone gives him anything physically, he just gives it back.
Yeah.
He's starting fights. He's kind of just making things happen all the time.
Dersma.
He's had a bit of a stinker
He
today.
has. That was woeful from Willem Dersma. Poor kid.
We actually said that he was going to be the best player of the
youngins. To be fair, has anyone else done that?
Trainer's been the best.
Oh, if Trainer was in the list, yeah, he was.
Well, he actually wasn't, was he? But
yeah. But yeah, I agree.
We'll say that's why we didn't pick him. I was I would have said Trainer for sure.
Well, I think was it 2025 though?
Yeah, but he also had Lawler in there. And he had Lawler in there too.
Yeah. Let's just say Trainer's the answer then. And then Lawler.
Trainer's definitely been the best young player.
I think Shanahan and Dersma have been pretty woeful. Shanahan's really good
had
mark.
some moments. Yeah.
I only really remember the mark. Maybe he's been better than that.
I'd say Lawler's probably been after Trainer the next best.
Yes.
Does that mean Richmond's kids are better than West Coast's kids?
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. That was McCarthy.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah. I just realised you're still in this game.
Nah. There's 3 minutes. We
Yeah,
just
I
turned the
know.
ball over.
But you only need 2 goals.
Oh, those are easy to come by. 2 goals is a big margin.
It was just a little closer than I thought. I thought it was still like a 3
Yeah,
goal.
I think we got a couple of goals while we're talking.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wasn't.
I was crapping on about Gus Teixeira's
Yeah, believe
mental
me,
aptitude.
I wasn't getting too excited. I don't even care if we won at this point. You can't be this dog shit and fool me with with a win. Oh, it's just nothing. Milan on, is that Anand? And Richmond mop up.
It's got to change your battery.
So, do we need a new mock draft?
Oh, God, yes.
How much has changed, you reckon, since our last one? Because like it was,
Just pick one.
it's so easy to just put. Footy Lux is tuned in. We were just talking about Essendon's pick one. It's so easy just to change the pick one, and even like last time we didn't even change the player.
It depends what you want to do. Like a lot of the time, to be fair, like when you're doing a mock draft or a rankings or something, a lot of it's just it's not to make like overarching changes because things don't change on a week to week basis, but like things happen, right?
Well, the last week of the champs, I think, the last games of the champs happened.
Last game of the champs, so you can talk
around
about
that time. Yeah,
it's like reasoning for why you're making decisions, right?
yeah.
Well, here we go. This will make it interesting.
Interesting.
This
is
is
an
like
interesting word.
This is like the Dursma goal in the last game. You are right though.
No,
like
because sorry,
you were never in this game,
no.
and now all of a sudden you're just giving a little taste that you could win.
Yeah, I think embarrassment is fueling us at the moment. But no, so the equation is, and let's entertain the idea West Coast could score again after this.
Okay.
They'd have to also score another point for pick one to change. They'd have to have 3 shots at goal. Because 2 points still gives Essendon pick one. That's kind of the only point of interest here.
Probably not
it's
really.
Also missed, so it's fine.
I thought he was going to kick that for sure.
Oh, no, he's a shit-ass player these days.
Oh. The Hanger HQ says, emergency mock draft. Do we need to do an emergency mock draft?
We could go pick for pick this time. That would make
Let's
it
do
different.
that. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll do that
It's
tomorrow.
not about the names on the sheet. It's about the sheet on the names.
Yes, that old adage.
They're going to kick another goal.
Yeah,
Lawler, Sammy Lawler says, I'm the Harley Reid of this game.
Doesn't make any sense. He does kick a nice
Talking
goal.
absolute shit.
Did he miss?
That's what he can do, Jesse. That's what he can do.
Did he miss that one before? Or is that 4?
That's 4. Oh, no, he did miss, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
It's
that he's
3.
kicked now.
It feels like it's a 4 game.
Jack Williams, he kicked 2 goals. Barely noticed him.
Barely noticed him. Hugo Routhsmith kicked 2 goals, and he assisted that goal. Starcevic should really be able to shut him down there. Got the jumper. The power in those hips of Lawler.
My dad's messaging me saying, I hope that's Yo's last game.
Ooh.
I think it's valid, though.
I think it's valid, too.
It isn't a one game from Yo.
No,
It's been a
he's
horrible
it's a
season.
horrible season. 205 in the chat. Everyone's coming in to taste your tears. They're tasting them.
I tipped them.
You tipped Richmond.
That's at Richmond, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone pretty close to how I predicted.
He did whisper to me before the game started, we've got this. Though. He said, it's just a Band-Aid.
I said, Richmond will still have pick one.
He said, they've got fucking nothing.
Oh. It's still going to take a long time.
Oh, now you do it, Willem.
Yeah. Actually, he did something similar last time. Remember his amazing goal?
That's what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
I was saying that like speed that he showed and then he kicked on the left.
But the game was already done in that game as well.
Yeah.
So, not that I'm knocking Willem. I want to clarify that. But there is a parallel there where he kicks a goal in the last minute and it doesn't mean anything.
What you're saying is he's a junk time player.
No, I think he's a star. But he's had a bad day. Let's be real.
Yeah, it hasn't been good. It has not been good. Footy Lux says, Sam Lawler can have my future children. That is completely valid.
Tom Sato says, if people didn't know Starcevic was at Brizzy last year, he'd be back in the waffle. I think there's some truth to that. I don't know if he's been so bad he'd be dropped, but he hasn't been good. He's been
fair.
fine. He's
Fair.
been fine. It does make me question, like, you take a role player out of Brisbane and I'm like, oh, maybe he wasn't as good as we thought he was.
This
He's okay.
Don't reiterate this wrong. Please do not like take me out of context here, but this is a little bit about what we're talking about with Murphy Reid. With that,
Sure.
like that sugar on top system team, he's playing a really, really friendly role. He's doing it so well, but it can make you look better than what you are.
Yeah. Very different situation, I think.
Extremely different situations, but it's the same flavour.
Yeah.
In other words, Jesse's like, stop talking shit, Dylan. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll flame people if you compare Murphy Reid to Brandon Starcevic. Next, we'll compare Foss to Tom Cole.
I mean about like when you like if Murphy Reid was playing for this West Coast team, do you think he would be in the same conversations he's in right now?
No, I don't. Definitely not in the same conversations, but I do think he'd be showing enough where you're like, shit, this kid's good.
Yeah.
And I still think he would be considered in the top 5.
Yes, but do you think he would be all Australian conversation?
No, I don't think it's achievable to be an All-Australian at West Coast. It's just impossible.
Would you draft him above Willem Dersma?
No.
If they were in the same draft?
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't either.
No.
Yeah. It always comes back to Reid, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Do you think he is, like at the moment, I feel like I must admit, like I've never seen a player this hyped. Or very few players have ever been this hyped.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know.
It's generational hype.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think every club's probably had their player that they've hyped up.
Dacos is there,
Yeah.
but he's bloody good.
Mm.
So is Reid, though. I'm not saying Reid's not good.
I don't know if he's actually that hyped up. I think it's just amplified through our comment section.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it probably does.
Yeah,
It
I think
does
he
come
gets
through that.
about the right.
Because we
amount
hate
of
him,
praise.
apparently. We hate
Mind
him.
you, he's not in the truefooty.com.au All-Australian predictor. Like the consensus team on the website.
He's not in it.
Currently, Murphy Reid's not in it. That could change. And you, by the way, if you submit a team, you can just change it and resubmit it. For anyone wondering.
Thomas Addo says, looking at Dersma's face right now, it feels unlikely these top kids are staying at West Coast. How does that make you feel, Jesse?
I don't know if you could go off his facial expression at the end of this game.
They just lost.
Yeah, they literally just lost. I don't think much will change on the basis of this game. It is hard to imagine West Coast getting better anytime soon, though. Like this is a diabolical team. They try their guts out, and when I do my reviews, I want to be consistent. I praise the way we are playing above our station quite often. I will not review this game in that manner, but generally speaking,
You had a good year as far as
but
again, like McQualter getting the best out of the team, overperforming.
And I'm still a McQualter guy, for at least for the time being, not necessarily forever, but I'm not off McQualter. I think he has a diabolically poor list.
So you're tipping
Really
this
bad.
West Coast Eagles team to finish on the bottom of the ladder next year.
Yeah, I'm allowed to change my opinion by the time we do our ladder prediction next year.
But I will hold you accountable.
I said early vibe, like you can't predict early premiership next year. Like that's going to be tough. You'd probably say Fremantle, to be honest. Or, you'd probably still go one of those teams. And you'd still, for the Wooden Spoon, go to 3 teams. And my early prediction, I think West Coast will be the worst team next year.
Some people saying GWS will be in that conversation. I think that's ridiculous.
Go to my Instagram, our Instagram, at TrueFooty AFL. I just did a post about how well placed I think GWS are.
Do you know who was saying was going to be in the Wooden Spoon race this year? People were saying Melbourne last year.
Yeah, you keep saying people, but I think I put them in my bottom 2.
I don't think you were that. I suppose if you put them bottom 2.
I did. Yeah. It was horrifically wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
I wasn't. I'm not deliberately pointing that at you.
I know.
There was,
but I feel like I have to say it every time. Yeah, that
protect
was
yourself.
me, and I reckon it's happened a few times.
Yeah. I wasn't brave enough with them because I think I said a few times in the preseason I could see them making the 10, and then when it actually came to pick it, I didn't have the balls.
Is that a pun? Pick it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I think I acknowledged that. Well, I did definitely acknowledge that Gawn and Pickett were 2 match winners that will win them enough games to maybe like avoid the spoon. I'd never had them below West Coast. And I thought as a result of having maybe an over-reliance on those players, like if they get a few injuries, the recipe is there for a bad season.
Yeah.
They also finished 5th last twice in a row and lost Petrarca and Oliver. So what I said wasn't completely batshit crazy.
No.
But I didn't have a good enough understanding of their list. when I predicted that.
The young players are very, very good.
And there's also the Stephen King factor, which was unpredictable.
Yeah, it was.
You couldn't see that coming.
It was, but it was one of those like toxic situations that felt like it drastically needed a change at the same time. So the change for me, the change was always going to be good, but I didn't know what that was going to look like from a wins and losses perspective. That's always hard to know.
Yeah.
But obviously things are quite good.
Sharpie says, I flew over to see my first game at the G. Could have saved the cash. Mate, I live half an hour from the MCG. I have not gone to an Eagles game since I've moved here. You couldn't pay me to go to an Eagles game.
So you did go home. You went to the North game.
Yeah, I do.
Perth,
so I have a membership and I go with my dad and it's already paid for, and I still pay for my membership while I'm here. So it's a little different.
So it's a pure like you like I'm not fucking paying to watch this team
when
again.
If I'm paying for a membership back home, I'm not going to trundle off to see us lose at Marvel by 10 goals every week.
Yeah, fair enough.
If
we weren't streaming this game because it was a winnable game against Richmond, would that draw you to it anymore?
Absolutely not. I don't love going to the footy anymore.
I mean, I'm not a game day going fan myself.
Yeah. I don't enjoy watching West Coast at the moment.
No.
They're not a fun team to watch.
Would you go, if you had moved...
watch every game,
Can I ask you a question here?
Yeah.
If you had moved to Melbourne and you weren't doing content and you're just a fan, would that change it? Because I find doing this stuff... It's actually weekends are too busy.
Yeah,
with the stuff that you need to do, going to watch football, going to like write about football, all that stuff. So you kind of have to make choices, right?
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think it's for me. It's honestly when I think about what it would be like to go to the MCG and navigate public transport and come home and then review the game.
It's tiring.
That's the thing that makes me balk, to be honest, more than anything.
Yeah.
If I had my weekends open, maybe I would go.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we've just done a 4 hours or 3 hour stream. I've got to go home and review this, and then I've got to prepare for our show tomorrow. So those are huge factors.
Yep.
But also, my team is bleak.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
I don't think it would change if we were good, though. I still think the time element will make it hard.
Yeah.
But
I reckon, though, if West Coast were good, and this is the same for me with North, if North were like riding a wave at the moment and we were gunning for a premiership, if we were doing what Freo were doing this year and I wasn't doing content at the same time, I'd be all over it.
Yeah. It's hard when you're so far back from the rest of the comp.
Yeah. Which... What's that?
Willem Dersman's in tears. Wow. Thanks, producer. I missed that. Poor kid.
So Willem Dersma apparently is deeply upset. I mean, I understand it's... from a West Coast perspective, like as much as we talked about the Richmond element and like the pick one thing and them like potentially not wanting to win the game, there was really nothing in it for West Coast to not want to win the game, right? Like they would have been pumped to try to win this game just to get it on the board.
There's a big failure today. Is the only way you could describe it.
I don't think, like, looking at that from an outsider's point of view in Dersma, that doesn't make me think that he wants to leave.
No.
That actually means he just deeply cares about it.
Yeah, I think so too. That's the way I take it.
And probably there's an element in that he's upset with his performance.
Yeah. I mean, he kicked a goal, so he's in rare air at West Coast.
He had a tough day.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think if you were checked out and hating it, which... it's not even been a conversation up until right now. But if you were hypothetically that kind of kid and you were in that situation, I don't think tears would be the reaction. I think those emotions would manifest differently. I think you're spot on that. He's upset that his team didn't win and the negativity is getting to him and we've lost 10 in a row. And suddenly the narrative after competitive weeks, week on week, it's now gotten to the point where, we didn't win a single game and now there's a negative lens on us again. Yeah. This game was a big one for that. Yeah. And I saw that coming up.
I think, and that was that thing. We spoke about it in the pre-game. That's been spoken about a bit, to be fair. But like West Coast having that, I actually think the person that I first heard talk about this, and he's someone that absolutely could speak to this, was Adam Simpson. I was listening to something he was talking about the other day, and he was like, I'm a bit worried for this game for West Coast because they've played good football for like the last 6 weeks. They haven't really got a win. They had that shocker against Freo, like you said, and it feels like they're out of gas tickets, basically. They're out of petrol tickets at the moment.
That's all valid. I would take more stock of that, or put more stock into that for this game if it didn't just happen every time we play Richmond.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The same thing happened in like It was a like for like game again.
You feel like if this happens, you played Richmond 6 weeks ago, you lose as well.
Yes, in the exact same manner.
Yeah.
This game wasn't goal. It kind of was goal for goal, but like we didn't change leads. But like there was goal response.
I'm completely with you that even though the stat sheet reads that you dominated aspects of the game, you didn't.
You can't claim it. Not when it happens 3 times in a row in the same manner. And Richmond, from the eye test, just look like they're going to score every time they get the ball, right?
Yeah. I actually feel like the margin flattered you. Is that fair?
Maybe a little. I don't know. That's maybe a little bit of mayonnaise because Richmond weren't so good that they put distance between us, and we did have a lot more shots on goal.
It just felt like felt like a 25-point win.
Maybe, but I think that's because the margin lingered around there for a while. Yeah, true. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think you can say that when West Coast had so many shots.
This is a nothing burger conversation.
Yeah,
it's like we lost by 11,
but I think felt like 25. Just meaningless.
Trying to get something out of it. Somebody wrote in a comment, and I quote, this was from Essendon fan. Where is that? I saw it. But they said, pick one, baby. And it was an Essendon fan.
Yeah, so
that's happening.
Are you genuinely happy with that as Essendon fans? Because I know that even when we've had pick one, even in the Harley Reid year, there was a grossness to getting it. The wooden spoon, that is.
I don't think Essendon fans are picky right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
They're at rock bottom.
Yeah.
They're really at rock bottom.
Yeah.
They've sacked a coach.
Yeah, they are.
They're about to bring back potentially the guy who brought the club to its knees in the most, I suppose, like
wearing a fake mustache this time.
Wearing a fake mustache. Evil James Hird comes back in.
Hummus Hirdo.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, that you can't really, you know what you always say, like with West Coast, you're so bad that you can't hurt us anymore.
Yeah.
And that's where Essendon are. So what's getting pick one now?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair
Give
enough.
us priority picks. We'll go to the AFL house.
True.
We'll stand on the door and we'll beg for them.
That's sort of back on now, ironically, in a game they didn't play. But I did wonder what would happen if Essendon asked for a priority pick in a year they didn't finish last.
Yeah.
When Richmond's had 2 worse seasons, 2 back-to-back worse seasons than Essendon. I understand it's so nuanced, but still.
I know. I've sort of, with that, I've kind of like got a bit of a different view, just in the sense that I don't think you have to like constantly go to precedent and say, oh, it's unfair because Richmond didn't get it. Because I think that the competition's changed now so much that you actually have to get on the front foot more. We keep talking about that gap between the top teams and the bottom teams.
Yeah.
So shouldn't they look at a team like Essendon, who's clearly heading in that direction of multiple bad seasons? I know you shouldn't take this into consideration, but it is in the AFL's best interest to make Essendon a strong team.
Yeah, you shouldn't take that into consideration. Because it creates inequalities.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. But am I right in saying it kind of sucks when Essendon aren't good? I mean, kind of also
That's
is
all
great.
I've ever known, Dylan.
Well, like to be honest, I hate when any team, like I hate this North Melbourne, West Coast, Richmond era where there's 3 teams that are just walkovers at like 23 weeks out of 24.
Yeah, I'm sick of it too. as a fan of one of them.
As a fan, but I'm also sick of it when I'm like, I check the fixture and it's Western Bulldogs versus Richmond. And I'm like, I watched that game last week and I'm like, Richmond sort of could do something to the Dogs here. Like this calls for a plucky performance, but I know they're just so crap. They're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you.
So this is Essendon's games.
Okay.
They got the Crows at Marvel. They got the Cats at GMHBA. They got the Swans at the G. And then they finish off with the Power, which on paper at Marvel Stadium is a winnable game.
I suppose so. Imagine this wasn't Spoonbowl at all.
That'd be so Essendon.
That would be so funny. Geez, the kids would love that though. I reckon that'd be a good result in that instance. Like you saw what it meant to them to beat GWS.
Yep.
I think it would mean a lot more than getting pick 1 over pick 2.
It really comes down to who they want.
Yeah.
I think if you vehemently want Harry Van Hatten, you sort of need the pick 1 just to make sure that it gets done.
Yeah.
It just stops everybody else getting involved, a Port Adelaide or a Richmond, whoever it might be. If you've got pick 2, then it comes down to a conversation of do you specifically want Archie over Gus or vice versa? Yeah, I don't know. Is there a part of you in this situation where it's a close draft where you don't want the number 1 pick because it's just somebody else's problem to fuck up then?
Yeah. I think so too. Yeah.
I do agree as a fan, but that's not how the club should be. The club should back their judgment.
No, I think the reason for not wanting pick one is not so that it's somebody else's risk or like decision to mess up. I think it's about getting the wooden spoon.
Yes.
That's something you would want to avoid.
Yeah.
And we've started collecting them at my club, and I know that I don't want any more, despite predicting that they will get it next year.
That'd be grim if you guys finish. Like, as much as you're saying that.
Think of the flow-on effect, though, if I'm right. That actually, like, I really hope I'm not right, because McQualter probably gone.
Yeah.
If we win the wooden spoon next year.
100%.
Harley, a year out from his contract, would probably leave.
Yeah.
Not sure about Willem and Cooper, but Harley would go, I reckon, if we finish last next year.
Oh, I think so.
It's actually, when you think about it, imperative for West Coast to try and improve the list quickly now.
If West Coast finish bottom next year, the wheels have fallen off.
Yeah. But I just think I look at the league and I rank them 18.
No, I've got more trust. I've got more trust in this
Just
team.
like you had trust today.
Yeah. That's a micro indiscretion.
What about the last time we played Richmond?
Another just a blip.
Yeah.
Just a small blip.
The series of small blips, one after the other, that don't add up to anything.
Exactly. We've just got another game on here, Jesse. Essendon
do.
versus Bombers. But I think we better go.
Let's just address a bit of the chat first. And we need to talk about Benny one more time as well.
We do need to talk about Benias.
So Lewis is in the chat here saying West Coast need Bobby Hill and Arthur Jones. Hard to speculate on Bobby Hill and whether he plays footy next year, but from a talent point of view, absolutely. But we have no way of knowing whether that's a risk worth taking or not. Arthur Jones as well. I'm open to that one.
Arthur Jones would be good.
I think the latest suggestion is it's between the Bulldogs and Essendon.
Like he stays at the Bulldogs.
Yeah. I think I read that we actually read this on truefooty.com.au. One of the members posted it. That Essendon have offered 5 versus the Bulldogs 3 years.
I thought he wanted to. I didn't think it was contract based. I thought it was wanting to go home.
Evidently not, because Brisbane and Essendon are also in the race.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think there was ever like concrete answers as to why.
Okay.
He's just out of contract.
Yeah.
And WA obviously would have some pull, so West Coast would have a bit of a chance, but I don't know how close they are. Dark Magician is unhappy. In no way we can keep these top kids. Yeah, next year's a big one. Vortex says, if we lose Dersman and Reed, there's no point watching footy for the next 5 years. I'd probably...
Yeah, it's what I said about Combin for North. Like, just blow the joint up at that point. Like, just, burn your membership, sell all your merch, and buy a BENQ projector.
Yeah. Plasma Screen says, if West Coast haven't improved much more next year, I'd be concerned about Reed. I totally agree. JD Eagles says we haven't improved in our embarrassment. Hamish says this is... we need an A-grade small forward. This is a better situation than last year, needing better midfielders.
Yep.
I suppose so.
Agree.
Yeah. Other than Reed, what have we really gained in that space? Dersma, I guess.
What if Elijah Hewitt becomes a baller?
I think he still can.
So do I.
But he's a long way off it. We can't get our hopes up just yet.
That's true. I've got a comment here. This is a good comment. Balcony says, does it make more sense now for Richmond to trade 2 for Butters? From their perspective, I guess are they giving up less? Not really.
I don't think it really changes their decision. You're either going for Butters or you're not. And it doesn't sound like there's a big gap between 1 and 2.
No.
So it's not like now we can't get Harry, we'll trade it. But I don't think that will be the...
Yeah, I don't think so either. It sounded better in my head. Riff says Jack Williams for Ed Allen. Collingwood aren't going to do that.
Sorry, what was the first one? Who?
Jack Williams for Ed Allen.
No, we'd have to give up a little bit more. But I think Jack Williams does suit Collingwood.
Yeah, he does.
As a depth player.
I think Collingwood right now would not want to lose Ed Allen. He's probably one of their more exciting young players.
He still hasn't been offered a contract.
Hasn't he?
No. So that's the weird part, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not that good, but he's one of their more exciting players.
Yeah, you'd think he'd sign him up, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Sorry, Rogie.
But there could be plenty of reasons he hasn't re-signed, but there's no offer in front of it.
Lewis says, what can we get for HR if we were to match a contract on him?
Who's that? Matching it is irrelevant because he's not a free agent.
Who's this?
Harley Reid.
Oh.
In 12 months' time. The awkward thing is, though, it's a Tasmania draft.
Yep.
So
you've got pick 2 if you've got pick 1.
Yeah.
2 you come in.
Yeah.
So it's still decent.
Yeah. Hopefully that's Axel Walsh.
Well, okay, so this is a thing you got to remember with that draft too. So I say that you've got pick 2.
Oh, true. He could be pulled out. Yeah.
But they've probably pulled out 4 guys. I'm such a dickhead. I actually sort of organised that in my head. They've pulled out of that draft a number of the best prospects. So you're actually looking where it's picked 2. It sounds good on paper, but they could take up to 8 players out of that draft if they want to.
8?
Up to 8. I don't think they're going to.
That's quite a swollen and veiny number.
It is quite a swollen and veiny number. It's more likely going to be about 4, but you're still looking at then you're taking the 6th best player at pick 2.
Yeah, true.
So you're not going to get Axel Walsh.
Yeah, is there not a limitation though on the date of birth range? I feel like that was a thing before, like anyone from like April to September birth rate. So which just means it might not be the best 4 kids in the draft.
Sure.
They've also got to agree.
They've got to agree. I don't know, but I haven't double checked.
I feel like that was a thing with like Jeremy Cameron and Treloar and Shield who were pre-listed.
I haven't heard that be mentioned.
Yeah.
I just thought it was anyone
might be right.
in that draft year.
I mean, the age thing is a bit arbitrary, but I have it in my head that was a thing before.
I just know that, Tasmania will have to consider...
Up to end of June, says Plasma.
Up to end of June. Okay.
Yeah, we'll look into that.
But Tasmania will have to consider when they go to take these players out of the draft, are there experienced players that we want to get from other clubs, and what are we doing to the draft to dilute it?
Yeah.
If we do that. So like our picks that we want to trade to get experienced players are going to be diluted by the fact that we take more players out. So they'll have to make that balanced decision.
Yes.
But no doubt they're going to want to take some of the more talented ones. I reckon
Axel Walsh would be one of them if he's eligible, which I think he is.
Yeah, so I think Toomey did an article on this.
Yeah.
And he said that the ones in their sights, I think it was, Jake Miller, who's a gun key forward at Brighton Grammar, Sandringham Dragons. You've got who else am I missing here? Hold on, does Jake Miller play for Sandringham Dragons? He plays for Brighton Grammar. No, he doesn't. He plays for Western Jets. What am I talking about?
Of course.
What am I talking about? I'm just trying. I said Brighton Grammar.
Srook?
So then
Is that his
Baxter
Srook? Yeah.
Baxter Srook, Eastern Rangers. You've got Max Thompson, Bendigo Pioneers. You've got Axel Walsh. I'm blanking on anyone else. There's another good WA player, key defender, Thomas Sani.
Isn't there an Artemis as well?
There is another
Artemis's
Artemis. There is
brother?
another Artemis. And there's a Max Collins.
Okay.
Looks pretty good as well. They're probably a bit further back. But yeah, like Miller looks really, really good.
Yeah.
For example.
Yeah, okay.
He was probably the best key forward for Metro. So number of players, with that Tassie draft's going to be really hard to talk about what you could possibly do because it could be anywhere from a ton of players been taken out to not many. They've got to agree as well.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. So, yeah, unsure. Axel Walsh was the one I was hoping for.
Yeah.
If we are going to lose Harley and we're going so far down in this hypothetical.
Yes. That's happened.
I think
Durs was leaving.
we'll ask what would he cost. A couple of top 10 picks. He'd be contracted in that instance, so I think West Coast could even get more than that.
For Harley?
Yeah.
So how old will he be? 20? Yeah, 2. You'd be looking for 2 to 3 first rounders.
Yeah.
Like and top 10.
Maybe
picks.
a player. It really depends which club he goes to, right?
Yeah.
So
he'd want to go somewhere good, no doubt.
he definitely would, yeah. I was thinking if he goes to Adelaide, we could ask for like Curtin. But then that's such an absurd idea. It'd probably be the Cats.
What if he ended up going to Richmond? Like they get Butters.
Oh, that's kind of sickening.
And then he ends up like they have a bit like things look good and exciting. And Reed goes, I'll go to Richmond. This rebuild is on. Jonty Falls leading the line. They've recruited Alex Tyroo from St Kilda. I don't know what I'm
Your
talking
man.
about. Yeah, my man.
Yeah. Well, at least we get a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
Probably
Gross.
top 3.
It's all gross.
Yeah.
You need to hang on to these
guys.
guys.
Park the hypothetical right there.
Let's park the hypothetical. We will shout out, though, the BENQ Projector one more time. This is the BENQ 705 STI. And we've got this one on the video. Jesse's just putting on
I just
the...
want to demonstrate it, otherwise at the point.
It looks absolutely
Gold Coast making a
fabulous.
bit of a charge.
I still think Gold Coast could do a little bit of damage in these final rounds. And doing it in 4K,
Wow.
the Ultra HD, is incredible here. We've got this going on Fox. It's a beautiful picture. You just chuck it up as close as you want pretty much. Like this short drop projector, you only have to have it, I think, at least a metre away from the wall. And it's going to pump you out a beautiful, huge image. This compared to a TV, you saw it in the commercial on Instagram. It's massive, Jesse. It is massive. How big is it?
Enormous. A lot of pixels. How many did we say? 4,000?
4,000 wide, about 2,000 high.
Yeah.
It's just juicy and it looks good. I often, at nights when I'm home, I chuck on a series, bit of Sopranos, bit of White Lotus. It's cinematic, Jesse. It's an experience. Mean Girls, yeah.
Great film.
Great film. So we love that. The TK705 STI.
Love your
Click on the
work,
links.
BenQ. And yes, you can find a link to that in the pinned comments.
Yes.
Oh, I have to go home and review this shit-ass game.
I feel for you.
At least we'll get some
I'm glad I don't do fan content.
I know.
Dear. Guys, everybody at home watching along on YouTube, thank you so much for being with us today. That was... I don't know if it's a sicko in me. I don't know if it's the fact that I like the draft, but I do love those Spoonbowl games.
Yeah, and that's why we picked it.
I get more out of that than I get out of watching Brisbane play Geelong.
Really?
Yeah.
I do like Spoonbowls for that reason. I don't know if I'd prefer it over like a final.
Oh, not a final.
It's just a home and away game.
But Brisbane Geelong, it's good. Like it's good footy. They play well, but I like shit football too, Jesse.
I do too. Like if it's a close game, that one, I don't know if it was a real thriller, that one. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
Do you know what it is?
I mean,
I think it's
terrible.
really nice when it's not your team. That's
yeah,
what I think
but there was only really one team going to win that. You know, like they were just a few goals in front all day. Whereas the last one we did, Eagles in Richmond, that Spoonbowl was like several leave changes throughout.
Yeah, it was actually. It was. 100%.
It was, if anything, that was worse. That was just a worse game.
Oh, it was atrocious. But,
I do like a Spoonbowl though.
We do like a Spoonbowl. Once again, guys, thank you for being with us. We're going to end this one. We're going to go have a little nap, have a little siesta, and then
Cuddle.
That's probably not going to happen. But
And my review on True Eagle will be out tonight.
yes. What else we got going on?
We're back on Monday and we'll be back live streaming.
Back tomorrow.
Yes, that's tomorrow, isn't it? I keep thinking today, Saturday.
We need a bit of schedule
back
for that.
next week. Also, check out truefooty.com.au. It's a website that we've got community rankings. You've got an off-season simulator, trade simulator. You've got exclusive trade and draft content. Your content is up there.
Lot more write-ups this week.
Yeah, you've added heaps of player profiles, which are now feeding into the off-season simulator. So when you're going through the draft, you've got pick 14 and you want to take Will Melody, your profile comes up.
Milady.
Yeah. Will Melody or will she not? Won't she?
Your eyes are sparkling,
That was
Jesse.
terrible. I've had a bad day.
That's a wrap, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Be back with us. We love you all.
That's a wrap, but it didn't rhyme. Thank you, everyone. Stop kissing the audio.